Two wild Yinzers kicking through the door, loud like a jag-off at a pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Two dumb Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. From the bug with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back to the Two Dumb Yinzers. Yeah. Michael.
Yes.
How you be?
I am fantastic, my friend. I am happy to be back, ready to be back. God, training camp a day away. How can you not be ready to go right now? This is like the time of the year to be a Steeler fan.
That's right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Great to see you. Welcome back. This is episode 1001. Tortillas told me it's episode 1000. We'll figure out what's going on with that in just a moment. Welcome back to the big show, everybody. This is the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is episode 1000. This is season 10. Well, I'm glad to be back. I got to be honest with you. I even had some butterflies this morning. I got to be honest with you. I haven't had butterflies before doing the show for roughly 1,000 shows.
Yeah.
It is nice to be back. I just hope that I didn't forget what the hell I was doing here, but you know what? We're here. We're going to make it happen. Michael, how was your vacation, brother?
It was nice. It was nice to relax, to get away, to get the mind right and fresh for a long season that we hope won't end for us until February. As Steeler fans, until February, I should say.
I do want to say welcome back, everybody. It is great to be back. It truly, honestly is. Just got off of vacation, of course, here in the summer. This is day one heading into our new season here on the show. Of course, everybody knows the training camp starts here this week. So much to get into, so much to say, so many faces to see, voices to hear, everything. We're so excited to be back. I had a couple of things before I do get started. I do want to say I'm going to dedicate this show to my parents. They had their 50-year anniversary while we were out.
Yes.
And I want to thank you, Mike. You also participated in the dinner. We went out and had a nice dinner with my parents. I want to thank you for being involved with that. That was really cool.
Yeah, always. Yeah, your parents are awesome.
I got to be honest with you. We went to this castle. It's a castle, this restaurant.
Castle.
I got to be honest, for a castle, I really expected the food to be a lot better. It was very plain to me. As you're reading the menu there, Mike, everything was kind of it had different names. It was kind of hard to realize what was going on. But as you started ordering, you realized it was just basically steak and fish and chicken and like everything else. Going to a castle, I think that I would have expected a lot more. However, very appreciative. It was great times. It was good spending time with, again, 50 years anniversary with my parents. It was really nice. So again, I do want to dedicate the first show to season 10 here to the fam. And besides that, for Andrew Tate yelling behind me the whole time, we had a waitress. He looked Andrew Tate. and we had a table of about 12. So he had to yell, and every time he wanted to yell, he seemed to stand right behind me.
Oh, it was great.
But it was nice seeing everybody. Congratulations to the Rents.
My steak was good.
I just had a fish sandwich.
It was good, overpriced but good.
Yeah. Also, do want to say this: the Pittsburgh Passion did fall short. I do want to give them a big shout out for the great season. As always, they always are very competitive. Made it all the way to Canton. They lose to Minnesota, but you know what? There's always next year, and I know that our women will be competitive as we move forward. So I'm not worried about it. But great season to the ladies. They held it down as they always do. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to finish it off. But you know what? You can't win them all.
Can't win them all. It's a disappointing end, but it was a damn good season.
It was a really good
through. It just always is that bitter taste in your mouth, no matter what sport it is. When the team you're rooting for goes all the way and just falls short, it's that bitter taste. It's hard to appreciate the season now, but in a couple weeks you look back, but they had a damn good run.
Absolutely. I did. I told the quarterback about you. She's Latino too, Cody. Let's get to the board. I do want to say what's up to everybody. Welcome back. I mean, come on. What am I doing? This is the most important part of my of the show. I can't wait any longer. Let's talk to the board. Terrible board back in the house. Glad to see everybody today. Tortilla Jackson, my man, all the way from Sacramento, California. Welcome back. Tortilla. Tortilla says the real episode 1000 is today.
We'll go. You know what? Since you missed us, since your boss made you work, in your mind, Tortilla, you can think today's the real episode 1000 to make yourself feel better, buddy.
Absolutely. Great seeing you, Tortilla, my man. Also, Corey, what's up, dude? Don't drink that. Always great seeing Corey. Says, hey, fellas, how's it been? It is going pretty well, my man. It was kind of confusing. I wanted to be doing this, but I also, I did want to recharge a bit, and I did. I accomplished that. So glad to be back, everybody. Great seeing you, Corey. As always, from Don't Drink That right here on YouTube. My man, Richard Jankowski, you knew he was going to be popping up because Steelers is just knocking. They're knocking on the door with training camp, of course, starting this week. Always great seeing my man, Richard, on the board. Welcome back, sir. Great to see you. I hope you're having a good summertime. Yeah, I know that we are here on this show. Let's go to Corey right here. Corey says that week off felt like a whole Aaron Rodgers off season long. I got to be honest with you. It did at times for me as well. Cody said, who's that guy on the right? I don't know. Apparently he's Jack Black. I don't know what the everybody keeps saying, but everyone says he looks like Jack Black. I'm not saying.
Not now with the beard going, I don't. I don't like the way I look when I shave my beard, but it got to that point where I had to shave my beard, and now I got to let it grow back in.
Tortilla says President George W. Thunder. Americans. Let's go right here to Richard. Richard says this. He sent the Uncle Art. The Uncle Art for 40 Jules. Thank you for that, my man. Great seeing Richard. It truly is great seeing Richard. And I'm getting really excited, Mike, because again, we have faces and names that we talk to all year long, but then the Steeler season names start coming in, and it's really exciting. It's exciting to see everybody and get back in the swing with everybody. So again, great to be back. Great to see you guys. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for your support all the way to this point. It is greatly appreciated. Truly, honestly is. It really is. Thank you, guys. Let's go right here to the original OG, Yinzer Joe. What's up, brother? He says, hey, fellas, I was here for your historic episode, but again, was unable to comment or congratulate you guys. Again, Trey JPJ, my man, always great seeing Yinzer Joe on the board.
Starting in early with the Trey JPJ.
And he didn't even wait for Tyrone to walk in the door.
No.
Let's go here. Cody says this looks like my balls after I manscape. Hey, look at that. And
that's the look I was going for. Thank you for the pictures. You might want to go see a dermatologist. That's all I'm saying.
And this is your pre-shave on the balls, I'm guessing. Let's go here. I do want to say what's up to my man Jamal. Always great seeing Jamal. Gang fam. Hopefully good things are going good for you in Texas. I know it's got to be hot down there. It's been hot here. My man Jamal. Always great seeing you, sir. Welcome back. Richard says, congratulations to the Rents, 50 years. I would thank you, sir. 50 years. It's unbelievable, especially this day and age. Happy for him. Happy for him. What up, Jamal? Tell her about me. We always tell her about you, Cody. And also right here, Tortilla says Mike White. Mike White. There it is. I like it. Mike White in the house. Speaking of white, I got to go down to the store and get myself a new hat today. Or wash this one because it looks like it has semen all over it. Well, here's the thing.
Now we know what you did.
Well, here's the thing. This is what it looked like all along. But now I added this new blue light to my studio here. And what it does, it basically acts like a black light, which I have over here. But this one's behind me, and it didn't really do this. And as I'm sitting here and I'm getting ready for the show, I'm looking at myself. I thought, God, it looks like I have semen all over my hat.
So what you're saying is you did not delete Derpy and I's profiles on OnlyMens. You went up and met some of those gentlemen. That's what your hat or your hat did.
Well, I just you know what made me think of? Remember the very first episode of the second season? We had Balls from Elwood.
Yeah,
he is a regular caller on the Howard Stern show. He has been for decades. He was on one of our very first shows in the second season, and we invited them to the studio, and because they're local. And I warned his wife that the couch we had a couch for the guests to sit on, and I warned her that the couch may have semen on it. And do you remember how weird she was through the whole entire interview and episode? She was so weird toward me, and even after that, I got weird vibes from her when we were talking and doing other things.
I wonder why.
You throw semen in any situation, everything gets all jacked up.
Like you couldn't even put a blanket down, then make the joke. It
You're
was
right.
just straight on the couch. Oh, hey, there might be semen on that couch.
And the funny thing was, it was the couch that I was currently sleeping on. So there was there was drool stains and everything else all over the place. So to somebody who wasn't from there probably thought, oh my God, there's semen everywhere. But it was not semen. Again, welcome back to the show. Glad to see everybody. Let's enough about semen. Enough about there's really so much going on. I can't wait to get into everything today, Mike. We're not going to take too much time because today it's the start of a big week. This is the start of our Steelers season, as is every year when we get right here on the doorstep of camp, which starts. They start showing up tomorrow at St. Vincent College in Latrobe. I'll talk about the schedule here shortly and so much other things going on heading into this football season, Mike. I really got to be honest with you. There's no time for me to think about LeBron James going to Philadelphia. There's no time to think about Ryan Clark and the dictatorship that is ESPN. I don't have time for all that, Mike. I'm ready. I'm focused. I'm ready for Pittsburgh Steeler football, and I think there is probably about a gazillion Steeler fans just like that, like us, that are ready as well. Mike, let's not wait any longer. Let's dive right into it.
Well, let's dive right into it now. All those sideline stories are gone. It's time for the Steelers.
Yeah, baby. And I'm trying to stock up on good stories and things for over the vacation to talk about. And it was all dumb shit. It was LeBron James. It was I'm excited to be back. I really am, guys, getting into Steeler football as we do every time this year.
Yeah. We timed that vacation perfectly, brother.
Yeah, we did. Guys, again, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for being back. We couldn't appreciate you more. Let's jump right here to Sick Jones. What up, Sick Jones? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Terrible Board. Sick Jones says, oh, shit. What up, brothers? How was y'all vacation? Vacation was good. It was good. Every once in a while, you need that, Mike. That was, of course, the longest period of time that we had taken off ever since we started the show. There has never been an 11-day period that we have not did the show. So, again, this is all new to us. I'm trying to settle back in here. I'm trying to recognize everything and make sure that we can be as seamless and flawless as we possibly can for everybody. Let's go right here. Sick, always great seeing you, my friend. Welcome back to the show. Cody says it's not that hot today. It's only 102 in Texas. That is called a Texas, Pennsylvania winter. Is 102 in Texas, guys. It's always hot in Texas. Cody, my man, hope you stay cool, stay hydrated, all those fun things. Don't want to see anything bad happen to Cody. Somber, yo, what up, brother? Great seeing you back in the house all the way from Los Angeles, California. Somber in the place to be. What up, my man? Great seeing Somber. How you doing, sir? Tortilla says this: if you're gonna bust a nut and you're at least wait, what? If you're gonna bust a nut in your hat, at least pull a rabbit out. It's, you know what, great advice, and I will keep that. And I'll put it right in my hat. Mexican winner. There it is. Mark Malone said it right. That's what I was trying to think of. The Mexican winner. It was a Mexican winner, 102 in Texas. Welcome. Always great seeing Mark Malone back in the house. I hope things are going well for you. Corey says this from Don't Drink That. I'm a few weeks away from diving into merch sales. I'll hook you up with a hat. Laugh my ass off. Can't be all over the cloud with semen forehead. That's true. And I never had luck throwing hats in the washer. That's the one thing I'm afraid of because the bill gets all bendy and weird. It's just never the same. So I think I got to get down today. I got to go grab a hat. This is my semen hat. I don't know what's going to hack it.
New merch available at the store.
Yeah. Act now. Get the new Too Dumb Yinzers semen hat.
Use promo code semen.
Yes. Ryan's nuts. Let's go to Cody. Cody says, welcome to my submarine. It's long, hard, and full of semen. Hey now. Somber says, interesting time to enter chat. I think I have semen on my hat. Let's go right. Yeah. Cody says, did Quan Alexander come in for a physical? I don't know, Cody. Mike, I haven't heard anything about Quan. I
have not heard that either.
Joe says, I want you guys' opinion on Ryan Clark firing. He worked there 12 years. Turnover and firings happen. He also didn't help himself out with his on-air confrontation with Peter Sager. Yeah, we'll get into him here shortly. It's hard to say at this point. Corey says, don't do that. I put a hat in the washer. That's what I'm saying. I never have any trouble. I never have any luck with that, with washing hats. So we'll see. We'll see. Not that I know of. Cody, yeah, I haven't heard anything either, Cody, so I'm not real sure on that, guys. But welcome back. Glad to see everybody. Let's go blow through this schedule real quick for training camp as it is on the doorstep, Mike. Today is Monday. Welcome back. Season 10, episode 1001, 48 days away from the kickoff to the regular season, guys. What do we got? 17 days away from the first preseason game against Green Bay Packers, which both coincidentally are home games. So in 17 days when we play Green Bay, it's at home. In 48 days when we play Atlanta, it's at home. A lot of good vibes here in the Berg. From what I'm seeing, Mike, and again, we took last week off. I didn't pay the closest attention, but I did try to keep my eye on a lot of things. I think there's a lot of optimism going into the year. And also, Mike, this is also the time when the tire hits the road. The rubber hits the road, Mike. There's no more the rumors, the questions, the speculation, everything like this. Just get it out of here. Throw it out because it is when the tire hits the road, Mike. All the good news, all the good scoop, everything starts this week as the Steelers do start training camp in St. Vincent College in Latrobe, right here in Westmoreland County, guys. So very excited. A lot of excitement here in Western PA. I know there is. I can tell, Mike, because you're looking on sites, you're looking on things, and you can see the numbers of everything going up, people's likes, people's everything is just getting really exciting, Mike. And again, they really haven't even arrived at camp yet. So it's only going to accumulate and get better and get bigger as we do move along and get forward, get closer to playing games. And again, guys, in just 17 days, not this week, not next week, but the week after, we're going to be playing football on TV. And all three of our preseason games are going to be national, so everybody will get to watch every Steeler game in the preseason, which I think is awesome, guys. Few things right here. The camp tomorrow. Players will report. Tomorrow, players will report. Wednesday, 11 a.m. Will officially be the first day of training camp. 11 o'clock. They're all 11 o'clock. Training camp starts all the way till the end. I'll touch on that one when I get there. Thursday, 11 o'clock. Friday, 11 o'clock. Saturday, 11 o'clock. So this, Mike, this is the acclimation period is what they call it. Yeah. And then after the acclimation period, they come back the following week and they get ready to put their pads on because on Monday, August 3rd, 1 week from today, the Steelers are going to be strapping the pads on, getting their shoulder pads, getting everything ready, and getting out there and getting ready to get physical, Mike. Again, we're not real sure what we're going to see from the Mike McCarthy camp. We know that Mike Tomlin certainly has made it pretty physical in the past at Latrobe. Mike, what are you expecting to see from the team under the new leadership of Mike McCarthy?
Hey, that's a good question because, like you said, like Tomlin, his first couple camps, but definitely that first one was a physical camp. And then he scaled it back. And then from year to year, it would change on how the year ended. And, like if he felt they needed a physical camp, they'd go physical. If they needed to scale it back, they'd scale it back. But new coaches and a new team, whether they're experienced coaches or not, tend to have a little bit more physical practices. With McCarthy, he's a guy who's been there, done that. The team has already bought into him and all the offseason stuff. So it might be a mixed bag. It might be like, hey, one day will be physical, but if I see you guys aren't aren't engaged, guess what? Tomorrow's going to be even more physical until you get your mind right. So I think it might be a mixed bag depending on the previous day, or hey, today I really want to challenge them. We went through a lot of stuff, threw a lot of stuff at them in the classroom. Let's go see if they can do it out on the field. I think it's going to be a day by day, practice by practice type situation.
So 1 week from today, Mike, it's going to get physical. They're going to have pads on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just one. And, you know, I mean, now these numbers they're getting within arm's reach. A week from today, we got pads. 17 days from today, guys, all of us, you, us, the board, everybody at home, we're going to be watching the Pittsburgh Steelers play football on TV, if you can even believe that. 17 days today, again, hosting the Packers. Of course, Aaron Rodgers' former team, certainly. There'll be things to talk about, but at that point, Mike, it's just getting ready. We're getting ready, and there's a lot of questions heading into this training camp this year. Certainly under new coaching staff, there's nothing that we could walk into this season and say, "Oh, we know what they're going to do there." We technically don't know what's going to go on with the Steeler team, and this may be one of the things that I'm most excited about, Mike, is just kind of seeing the new process, seeing the new things play out, how they differentiate from the things that we're used to seeing under Mike Tomlin. I mean, come on, this is the first time in 2 decades, Mike, 20 years.
Yeah.
19 seasons, Mike Tomlin ran the ship. So again, I was a young man. You were a young man. I don't even know if Cody was even born the last time Mike Tomlin wasn't running a training camp. But here it is, guys. And again, 17 days, Mike, Green Bay, and in just 48 days, if you can even believe that, it's going to be nonstop regular season football for months and months and months and months.
I can't wait. You know, this is what we've been building to all offseason to this point. With free agency and the draft, that's what I can't wait for. I want to see how these new guys are going to perform, especially these young rookies. That's what I can't wait for. And you know, the big elephant in the room, the JPJ contract. You know, there were hold-ins under Tomlin at training camp. We had a couple hold-ins at minicamp. How is McCarthy going to deal with that too? Like a lot of changes going on, and it's going to be interesting to see not only what McCarthy does, but the players do. But so far, all through minicamp, OTAs, everything looks like it's going great. And I'm anticipating a damn good training camp, an efficient training camp. My big worry right now is just getting everyone through this healthy. I think this is going to be a very, very good training camp, productive training camp, but it's the health thing.
I agree, Mike, and that's always the case. You don't, especially in preseason, you don't want to hit that injury bug early because it kind of feels like a bad omen at times. You want to kind of hit things. You want to hit the ground running come regular season, and having injury issues is not something you want to worry about that early in the process. Let me go through the rest of the schedule here, Mike. Next Monday, of course, is pads. Tuesday, 11 o'clock. Then it'll be off next Wednesday. The Steelers camp will not have camp next Wednesday. Thursday they'll be back at 11. Friday they'll be back at 11, and then Saturday night of next week it would be the what it would be the Friday night lights. Mike McCarthy, of course, changed it to Saturday, so it's a 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock start on Saturday. After that, Mike, they'll be back the following Monday for 11. Tuesday, Thursday. After this, then they have the preseason game against Green Bay. The Saturday following the game, it is to be determined, but if they are at camp the Saturday after the game, it will be a 10:15 start. They do have that marked up as 10:15. However, it is still also to be determined, so we don't know if that is, in fact, the way it's going to play out. But then they will wrap it up, Mike, with the practice on Sunday, the 16th. That's an 11 o'clock start, and then also Monday, the 17th. That will be an 11 o'clock start as well. And then they head back to the south side, start getting ready to practice, Mike. Game 2 of preseason. And at this point, things are rolling. So, the wait is over for the most part. Yes, I know I can't wait to see the guys out on the field. Yes, I know I can't wait to see who wins the jobs. Yes, I know. But you know what, Mike? You can't get any closer than we are right now. This is the Christmas Eve that we all wait for as Yinzers, as Steeler Nation. We are, as a kid, you sat in your room and you just couldn't wait because you were waiting for your presents. And this is our Christmas Eve, guys. Mike?
Yeah, this is Christmas Eve. It needs to get here. It's going to be nice to see everyone there, but I can't wait for pads. That first week, it's like a methadone hit. It's going to get me through because I I want the pads on. That's when the real practices start. Because even that first week, yeah, the guys are there, they're working and stuff, but it's still football and t-shirts and shorts. What are you going to see? Once you get pads on, once you start doing drills, one-on-one stuff, that's when we get to see, okay, who's ready to go, who's going to need work, who's doing better than we thought, who's not looking as good as we hoped. That's for me when training camp starts, is that second week. So this right here is just going to get me through it. I'm shaking with anticipation.
Yeah, and you know what else I think you were also recovering from Ryan fatigue over the vacation, and now that you're back with me, maybe this is why you were shaking. I knew that you almost had a nervous breakdown, but I think the break helped you out, Mike, and we're already all set.
It was weird to be able to like sleep for 5 hours after work. My body did not know what to do. It felt like I was missing something.
And this is day one of the next 1,000. So, and if you want to put it in perspective,
okay, I know. So another 1,000 episodes, I can get a vacation.
Just think about, when we were talking to the rappers, I believe, their very first episode. So just put yourself in that spot. That's where we were, Mike, and we are there again. So, good luck to you for the next 1,000. I'm sure the Ryan fatigue won't get to you too quick.
No. Like, hey, maybe we'll make it through training camp without a fight.
I doubt it, but let's continue to look on the board. Like, there's always fights in training camp. There's always fights, not with us, but on the team. But you know what? For us,
we can fight.
We can fight, exactly. Let's get back to the board. I'm so happy to see everybody again, guys. I can't even express it. I truly can't. You don't do this for 1,000 shows. Step away for a week and a half, and truly not miss what it is that you do and who you talk to and who you associate with every day. And again, I communicate with people on our board more than I do with my family. It's just what it is, and I know that it's the same way with other people as well. So, guys, thank you for being with us. Thank you for your support. We hope to continue to be able to do for you what it is that we do continuously through this season and keep the emotions and the everything high and ready for the Steelers. Get you ready week in, week out. Guys, I think that's going to be a blast. Thank you so much. Again, I can't thank you enough. Let's get back to the board, Mike, and then we're going to get into some Steeler talk. We have camp just days away. So much to get into. Let's go right back here to Somber. Somber says this: you need a little cage thing for your washing machine to wash your hats. You can't just throw it away, wash it all willy-nilly. I agree. And again, I was going to just roll with it and not even say two words, but since I added this light over here, it's the forensic effect. Now everybody can tell I have semen all over my hat, or at least what is perceived to be semen all over my hat. But I'm going to work on that. That's my chore for today. Whatever I do, it will go down today. Let's go to Cody. He says this. He says you can wash your hat better in the dishwasher. There's a plastic hat cover you can buy that keeps your hat from changing. Say, I got to figure something out. I got to. Let's continue on. Tater, I do even want to say hi to Tater. Great seeing you, brother, from across the pond. Tater Tart is, of course, the new San Francisco 49ers fan in the group. He jumped from Cleveland, which I can't believe. That's why, you know what, I'm not even giving him that much shit for jumping, because, again, to leave Cleveland's fan base, I think that is an accomplishment for any person that wants to better themselves. And, again, good luck to you. Good luck to your team, Tater. And everything like this.
That shows growth as a human being.
It does. Even for a Tater Tart, there's even room for growth, you can see. And there you have it. So, Tater, good for you. Tortilla says, Tater, how do you wash a hat in Ireland? How do you wash your hats in Ireland? I don't know, but I have something to do with potatoes. I just think the potatoes may be involved some way. Yeah.
Yeah, potatoes are Guinness.
Let's go to Somber. He says, that cage I mentioned, Cody, I've had mine for almost 20 years. I've seen them. I've definitely seen them. I'll see. I'll figure out what I got to do. The original OG Yinzer Joe says this: I'm willing to bet McCarthy doesn't do 7-on-7 or backs on backers drills. It's sad to say to be as good. You know what? I agree. We're going to see some changes, and again, these things are going to be things that that are going to be different than we've seen for 2 decades and even more. So again, very excited to see. I'm very excited for the change. Sometimes you don't like change. Sometimes you do. I'm welcoming the change, Mike. And again, so much to absorb, so much to take in, so much to learn about all the new things that's going to be going on with this football team.
A lot of new stuff. It's going to be fun and exciting to see what's going on there.
Absolutely. Let's go right here to Christopher. What's up, dude? Always great seeing Christopher all the way from South Florida, the Miami area. Chris says, this. He says, hey, Yinzers, I just came back from a 2-week vacation in Hawaii. That's a great place. I was there once myself for a week, and I would certainly go back. Absolutely. He says, with the wife, that's awesome, bro. He says, I'm heading to Latrobe tonight and staying in Seven Springs Resorts throughout training. How long are you staying up here, Chris? I got to be honest with you, 2 weeks in Hawaii and then Steeler training camp, it doesn't get much better.
My God, man. I want to know what Christopher does for a living, and is he looking to adopt a middle-aged fat white guy as a son?
Hey, you never know. You never know. He might want to drag around a little bald Jack Black. If apparently that's what everyone says. I don't see it, but again, Jack Black is who Mike is being compared to. I do want to say what's up to Derpy. Always great seeing Derpy in the house. My man, Derpy, say what's up to everybody.
What's up?
My man.
Derpy got some spectacles on.
Derpy,
yes.
He's looking like a Bubba Ray Dudley.
He do got the Bubba Ray
if he
Dudley
gave up on life.
If he gave up on life.
Let's continue through the board here. We got a lot going on. The original OG Andrew Joe says this. I bet JPJ doesn't sign the contract and the Steelers franchise tag him instead. That's a possibility at this point, and we don't know. We will continue to follow this through, Mike. Some different things happening over the weekend involving Christian Gonzalez, Devin Witherspoon, all things that are going to play into this as well. So a lot to get into today. And I don't want to. It didn't seem like I was just jumping off of Chris. I'm very excited, Chris. I'm excited to have you in town. I'm also happy to hear you had a great vacation with your wife. And if you want to rent Mike, he's available throughout the training camp. So do so if you wish. I can't promise you it'll be a walk in the park, but there it is. Mike is for rent.
I'm for rent. I'm a rent boy. Wait, that didn't sound right.
No.
Just learning. Always great seeing Just Learning. Homies, I missed you guys. We missed you too, brother. Great seeing you. Just Learning says 4 quarterbacks equal to 4 horsemen. I think we're going to have 4 quarterbacks when it's all said and done. Again, this is going to be something else we're going to talk about today too. I put a little thought into this over the time off. A lot of stuff we do want to get into. Tyrone, the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT. Tyrone, great seeing you, my friend, as always. We're going to get into JPJ talk real soon. Because, of course, this is a big story heading into camp. Christopher says this. I can't wait to have a few beers with you guys at Sharky's or Diners. Hey, man, sounds good. Keep us posted. Listen, I don't know how I want to do this. Just give me time. I want to get you a way to communicate with us, and we can figure things out. So do just bear with me here shortly till I get through some of these messages. Let's go here to Mark Malone. Mark Malone says this. Will they get JPJ traded before Wednesday? Mark Malone, he out of the side of his eye, he sees Tyrone walk through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I got to attack. I got to attack. And he does have the picture of Mark Malone. I love the mustache. There it is right there for Mark Malone. And I really can't ever see these pictures, Mike. I can't. They're always really small and difficult to see, but I can't miss that Mark Malone mustache in that picture of Mark.
It pops. It's very prominent.
It sure is. And I do want to say Derpy again with those glasses, looking like a whole different guy.
I know, right?
Look professional.
How'd the show go last night? I didn't get a chance to tune in. I apologize. I usually watch Derpy's nerd shows. I didn't get a chance. Everything go good last night?
Yeah, it went well. And then I passed out and lagged out, and then I got off.
All right. Sounds like everything. Another day in the office. Let's go here to Rodgers has a fake wife. Just learning. Also Tyrone. He says I heard JPJ Steelers are close on a deal. Again, we're going to get into that here. I don't have any definitive answers, but again, we'll talk about it real soon. Mark Maloney says in a Detroit trade. I do want to say what's up to Kevin. What's up, Kevin Reed on the board? Always great seeing you. He says, hey, Yinzers, a ball cap, buddy. You know what? I'm not sure where that came in at. I don't know how much of the story you did catch, but the guys are making fun of me. They say it looks like I have semen on my head. I don't know. I don't see it, but there you go. Yeah, Mike.
You don't see it, but you taste it.
Hey, now. Let's go right here. Somber, the original OG Joe says the Steelers are close to trading JPJ too. Mark Malone agrees. He says that's what I heard. Just Learning says are the gays still on page right? They're not. I shut it down. The thing was, it was just getting really weird.
Mm-hmm. Were you still checking it afterwards?
Well, for a couple of days. But here's the thing. what was going on was every time I was doing something, it would just pop up on my screen. I'd be here on the computer, like my son would be here with me, or I would be, and it was like Tootsie has a message for you or some shit, and there was like this big guy. I had to get it off my computer. But it is gone. It is gone.
I like how you waited a couple days, bro. That's great. That's commitment to a bit.
Well, it was weird because it wouldn't. I couldn't get out of there at one point. Like it wouldn't let me cancel the page, so I had to go in there, and it was a whole thing. But it's gone. Let's go right here. Let's go to Somber. Somber says this: seeing the highlights from the other team's camps on Twitter. Blues ball is back, baby! Woohoo! That's right. It's just a whole feeling. It's a physical feeling that you get when it's almost time to get ready for football. Yinzer Joe says, Tater's smarter than the average Browns fan. I would agree. Proof is in the pudding. He jumped ship and went to another team. To me, that means he is smarter than the average Brown fan. I'm welcoming the change tool. Richard is saying the change tool. Tyrone says, Derpy. Oh, shit. Derpy's in the heezy, baby. Somber says, the Derp man, the Derpster. Looking good as always, Derpy. He has the new look. The new look Derpy. Let's go to Cody. He says, man of a lot of words. That is our Derpy,
yes,
of course.
Yes, he is.
Ragu, great seeing you back on the terrible board. He says, hello, Steeler fans. Great to see you, Ragu. Hope that you're having a great summer, and I hope that you're ready for camp. Of course, starting tomorrow. As the guys start showing up tomorrow, Mike, you'll be able to tune in and see big trucks, nice cars, quads, however the guys want to show up, maybe crawling, who knows? They always have different ways of showing up to camp, and I'm excited for this just as much as anything else.
Dude, I want to see someone come in and on a parachute.
Yeah. Who would most likely come in on a parachute from this team, would you think?
Dunker would come in on like a pickup truck or a dump truck. Parachute.
I want Cam Hayward to do it.
Oh,
you just want the parachute to fail.
That's gotta be a big parachute.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big parachute. Dirtbag Skoranek. I could see him coming in.
Skoranek, I could see that too. I was watching a little bit about Cam's dad, Ironhead, over the vacation. Did you know he was over 300 pounds? I mean, he was a pit player. I should have known this, but a running back over 300 pounds. If you haven't, go right here on YouTube and pull up some Ironhead Hayward highlights, guys. He was a 300-pound plus running back, and
that's in the era where if you were a 300-pound lineman, you were an
Navy Eli.
Let's go right here. Let's go to Cody. Cody says Mike's an island boy. Mike, you look like one of the island boys. He's saying.
Yeah. I barely know who you're talking about, so I'm just gonna go with. Mm-hmm.
I think it's those two weird guys.
Yeah, I know who. Yeah.
I think they might be clones. I'm not sure, but there's something really weird about them guys.
They're like Jimothy the raccoon pulled them out of the trash and put them back.
Yeah,
I understood that reference.
I didn't, so there you go. Let's move forward. Tortilla says this. I was the first one who said trade JPJ, and you were the first one on Tyrone's hate list. I can promise you that as well. I do want to say welcome to I Like Fish 265. He says Seahawks on top. Seahawks on top. You know what? They had a good season last year. Let's see if they could continue that. And in the NFC, more power to them. I have no opinion one way or another. Over in the NFC, they have a shot. Let's see if they could run it back. Of course, losing the MVP of the Super Bowl, that's, and a few other people. But you know what? You don't win a Super Bowl by not being good. So maybe Seattle will be able to run it back. We will see. Welcome to the show. I Like Fish 265. Tyrone says this. Mark Malone was a shit QB for the Steelers. Let's not forget. Let's go to, and you know what? He was always real frumpy. Like, do you remember watching Mark Malone on TV? Like, he had this real long back of his neck, but his body was real frumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I was a young kid, but we made a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, we were doing something similar to what we do here. A friend of mine had what did he have? Like a tape recorder. And we were like pretending to do a show. And I remember continuing to talk about how bad Mark Malone was as a kid, 40 years ago. So I like him. I like the mustache. I have no problem with Mark. But again, I do recall making fun of him as a youngster. Let's go right here. Just Learning says Derpy looks like a South Park character. Sir, Derpy, I agree.
No, Mike looks more like Carmen.
Derpy, you look like you could. Oh my God, Kyle had the obnoxiously Jewish cousin. You look like the fatter version of that obnoxiously Jewish cousin.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to agree with you, Mike. Sadly.
Let's get through a few more here, and we're going to get to some topics, guys. Lots of things to get into. Derpy Cartman Cody says, Sick Jones says, I didn't think the Shit Stains had any fans. You know what? It's truly surprising, Sick, that for some reason, somehow they do. I don't get it either, but it would be difficult. I mean, if you love football, you're going to love the team. But again, Mike, we also understand the concept because our Pirates are terrible usually, and we have this, but I don't know. It's tough. I agree with you, Sick. I'm still trying to piece it together, even this long into the process. Let's go right here to Yinzer Joe. Says Ryan pops on the gay site and gets cum on his hat in the process. Basically, in a different kind of way. Maybe Eli, LOL, Somber says. Let's go right here to Tortilla. He says, arriving in a limo, that Tony Romo is drunk driving. How many years now is this going to be former quarterbacks? Last year it was Sanchez. Sanchez got himself in a little issue there last offseason. Now it's Tony Romo, guys.
It happened in Wisconsin, so they have like layers of drunk driving because they're all alcoholics up there. So he wasn't even on like the bad side of it. He was just Wisconsin buzzed. Was probably like Ohio drunk. But he was Wisconsin bus. So he might skate through this, boys.
If I'm not mistaken, and I could be, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Mark Sanchez incident happen in the Midwest as well? Wasn't he like in Illinois or something like this?
I can't remember. I know he got stabbed, though, because he kept following the guy.
Yeah, I think it was, for some reason, I think it was the Midwest as well.
Stay out of the Midwest.
Yeah.
Party in the big cities, call fucking Uber. You got the money.
They tell you, stay out of trouble, stay away from problem areas. Who thought going to the Midwest would lead to these problems? But there you go. Let's go right here to Ty says Peyton Wilson. Joe says the players aren't allowed to do that stuff anymore per the organization. Mark Malone. Mark says the Ironhead was no joke, bro. And you know what? I reminded myself, again, 300 pounds. He was a starting running back. It wasn't like he was a gimmick. Go back and watch Craig the Ironhead Hayward. The footage, the videos right here on YouTube, guys. Just kind of go back a little bit because it was pretty impressive to see a guy of that size do what he did. Let's go right here to my man Chris. Christopher says the Steelers will probably arrive at camp tonight because they have their conditioning to absolutely. They'll probably start showing up tonight. For the most part, I agree. Chris is a veteran, though. He does camp quite often. So you know what? I'm going to take his word on that. Cody says this MVS arrived on a ferry, of course. Scantling. You know what? I'm not going to miss him. I'm not going to miss Adam Thielen. I'm not going to miss any of that disaster we had going on in the wide receiver room last year. I'm all about this team this year. I'm all about Pittman. I'm all about Bernard. I'm all about DK. Our tight ends, Mike, even getting some recognition from PFF over the break, Mike, as our two tight ends both make the top 32.
Oh wow!
They did their preseason grading of people, and both of our tight ends fit in the top 32. Mind you, there's 32 teams. We'll get into that more. I do want to say what's up. Let me just say, Bearded. I do want to say what's up with the Bearded. Welcome. He says, "Yo, welcome to the show. Welcome to the board." Pretty cool name. I could go right here to Ty. Ty says, yeah, they arrived tonight. Kevin says this Mark Malone was always smiling after he threw in an He was. Wasn't he frumpy? He was frumpy as shit. His shoulders were always slouched forward, and he had this long back of his neck. Such an odd-looking dude. Tyrone says, Derpy looks like Russell from Up. Derpy looks like
Tyrone.
Russell from Up.
The old man from Up.
Oh, okay.
With the glasses. He's like really old. You're pulled up, Mike.
Well, I got what Derpy actually looks like right here.
Yeah, let's see.
I hate you, Tyrone. That's the fat version of that guy.
Yes, you're right. Derpy actually does look just like that. That is too funny. What's that cat's name?
I can't remember.
I forget his name too.
Let's continue. Let's go right here, guys. Six says this.
There's so many characters on South Park.
I know. My favorite is Starvin' Marvin.
Oh, the starving Marvin.
Mr. and Mrs. Click Click Dirk.
Yes,
Oh,
Mr. Hanky. He was another
Kyle's
good one.
cousin
Mr.
is
Hank,
named
we need a
Kyle.
Christmas boo.
Yeah, I liked Mr. Hanky. Let's continue on. Let's go down the board here. Some things. Everybody, I do want to say what's up, Sosh. I do want to say everybody walking through the door, guys. You are amazing. We thank you. We love you. We're glad to see you back, everybody. Let's go right here to 6'6". Says this. He says, I can say it. Fuck those Seattle rainy city bitch pigeons. Overrated. They can have DK back as well. They're a perfect fit for each other. Overrated. I can tell you somebody's ready, Mike. Somebody's shot out of the cannon today. Sick Jones. I like it. I like it.
He's always ready to go.
I like it. Always great seeing Sick. Cody says, I never noticed Bill Cowher at a mud dog game
Water boy.
trying to recruit Bobby Boucher. Okay, the mud dogs.
Water boy.
Gotcha. Also, Tortilla says, if there ain't a Taco Bell, it's not your well. And Tyrone says he hasn't had Taco Bell in 2 weeks.
He's got the diarrhea.
No, see, Taco Bell was they were on the front lines of making sure people were safe. You know, they got the lettuce out of there.
Oh, they got the lettuce out of there?
They got the lettuce out of there first, man. They were on top of it. They're like, people ain't getting sick off the lettuce. They're going to get sick off of our fake meat and beans.
Yes, that's the way I prefer it.
You know, they like, we respect our customers too much.
I remember back in, what was it, the late 90s, early 2000s, Chili's or Chi-Chi's or one of them, they had the lettuce that was killing everybody here. I don't remember if it was everywhere, but it was a thing for sure. It shut down the local Chi-Chi's, and they were saying that the people that were farming the lettuce were actually shitting on the lettuce, Mike, or wiping their ass with the lettuce is what they were suspecting was the reasoning. So again, there you go. If you're wondering,
I look like Newman.
If you're wondering why, you know, that the lettuce is bad, people may be shitting on it. It might be happening. I don't know. Let's go to Cody. Cody says Romo was Texas drunk in Wisconsin. Let's go right here to Richard. He says that happened in Indiana. Okay, Mark Sanchez. I knew it was somewhere in the Northwest here. In the Midwest. Mark Sanchez was Indianapolis. Gotcha. Cody says I wouldn't mind having Thielen back. I would like some Deebo Samuel. Like, that name is still being tossed around, even at this point. As Steelers being a possible landing place. I would like to maybe get a little experiment there with some Deebo Samuel, but that's me personally. Thielen's just at the end of his career. It's just a little too late for me with him.
Like I wouldn't mind Deebo because say if, like, you know, one of the two younger guys takes a little while to catch on, like, you had that veteran that can play in that slot role right there. Like, I wouldn't mind him, but even if they go elsewhere down the line, just like one more vet to maybe just round out the room, just in case something happens.
Yeah, no, I agree.
A little more talented than Skoranek.
For sure. Yeah. Just that, you know, he has it upstairs more. He's been in the career. He's been in the league.
Yeah.
The guy was a Pro Bowl, you know. So again, I get that. I do want to say, Mike, your man Sosh. Sosh is in the house. He says this. He says, "Is this the guy that loves Vietnamese dongs?" It is him, Mike. And I do want to say, Mike, there's Sosh. Say hi.
Hi, Sosh. How you doing? Yeah, he likes the dongs, the Vietnamese dong. I prefer my dongs of the.
That's right,
Swiss
Derpy.
variety.
I do. I owe Derpy 50,000 dongs. I forgot. The equivalent of $2. It's coming your way, buddy. You don't worry about it. Let's go right here. Let's go to Beard. Beard says, I was just going to say Dennis from Jurassic Park. LOL. Just kidding. Tyrone says, no wonder Mark Malone tries to trade our best player. LOL. He's been selling this. Mark Malone is, yes. Maybe that's what it is, Ty. Let's go right here. I do want to say what's up to Chad. Chad Schrader in the house as well. Great seeing you, Chad. Chad says, what's up, Ryan, Mike, and Derpy? So, mine, when are you going to shit in a diaper? Mike, when are you going to shit in a diaper live? Mike, right? When are you going to shit in a diaper live?
Yeah, how much are you paying me?
Well, you do it all the time for free. Why wouldn't you do it on the show for...
Because I want to get... If people are going to watch me do it, I want to get compensated for it.
Don't you wait. Don't you worry. I got to be honest with you, Chad. I have something for Mike coming up in a couple days. Don't you worry. I think that you might like this as well.
See, I don't like when you have secrets like that. From
yes.
You can keep anything else secret, but when it involves me, I get worried.
You just wait. That's all I got to say. Let's go right here. Let's go to Chad. Welcome back, brother. Great seeing you. And I will continue to try to get into shit in that diaper for you. I do want to say what's up to Diesel. Diesel says, what's going on with JPJ Tyrone? Of course, we'll get into that shortly. Let's go here to Richard. I do want to say, Diesel, welcome back. Great to see you, brother. Diesel, 56-year-old, of course. back on the terrible board. Richard says Wisconsin has the most bars in one of the top states for alcohol consumption. And you know what, Richard, that's great information. And I think Jen actually told us that, Mike, because Jen from the board is from Wisconsin, and she hands out cans of beer at Halloween. Not to the kids, but to the parents who escort their kids all over town. They give the parents beer to walk around with in Wisconsin. So
I love it. We got to go up there for Halloween.
Absolutely, man. Tyrone, I'm sorry, Somber says this. He says Tyrone is holding in like JPJ. Is that what it is? Is that why he's not eating Taco Bell? Because again, the shit lettuce I think is fun. I ran out and got it the very next day after I found out about the shit lettuce, but that was me. I like some good diarrhea every now and then. Let's continue on. Let's go right here to Cody. Cody
I despise you, Cody.
Cody says this. He says Derpy looks like the guy on Space Jam that's trying to find Michael Jordan. Newman. Is that Newman? Is that Newman?
It's Newman.
Yeah, he got a Newman thing going on. Derpy. Let's go here. Let's go to Mark Maloney. He says, I've been on a Nazi diet for 3 weeks now. What is a Nazi diet?
What's a Nazi?
Then just doing meth nonstop.
Could be. Let's go to Sosh. Sosh right here. Sosh says this. He says the JPJ situation is so weird. At Somber, there's insiders saying it's close, and then there's some people saying it's so. I agree, Sosh. This is what I'm seeing as well. Some people are saying that it could happen sooner than we think. Other people are saying that it's nowhere even close. Yeah, Derpy.
So it's the Highsmith and Watt scenario.
Yeah, I'm hearing more and more Carolina. Carolina is Mike. There's an injury down there with their linebacker. So there's more talk of possibly a trade with Alex Highsmith, which I don't think is going to happen before the end of the season. But that is certainly being talked about. Let's continue though. Let's go right here to Diesel. Diesel says, "What up, boys? Been a while. It has been, my man. Great seeing you, Diesel. Welcome back. It truly is great seeing you. I hope everything's going well for you. And you know what? How can it not be? We have training camp this week, guys. So I know everybody's feeling extra good this week." Tyrone says, "Yeah, I'll eat Taco Bell when Porter's paid." Okay, there you go. Tortilla says this. That can't be true because every salad in Cleveland has doo-doo in it. That's their French fry. You know how we put our French fries on everything? I think that's what he's saying. Like everyone in Cleveland puts poop on their salads.
It sounds about right.
Let's go here to the Yinzer Joe. He says, like Taco Bell, customers aren't used to shitting their brains out anyway. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I challenge the diarrhea. I accept the diarrhea challenge. I embrace it.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it like it is with this next one.
Right. Go ahead, Derpy. I'll let you grab this next one.
No.
Hello, Mike, my queen. Sauce says he does follow it up by saying this. Mike, you have to think about Ryan here. Do it for the growth of the show. Imagine the influx of viewers if you decide to shit your pants on a I couldn't agree more. This is what I'm talking about.
You gotta, start throwing out numbers, boys.
One titty of Derpies, 2 Derpy titties.
No.
Am I getting closer?
We've already seen those. The mystery is gone.
Nobody wants that mystery package. Let's continue. Let's go right here to Chris. Chris says this. You scoot down. I have something right in the way. There it is. Chris says, do you guys know if they will allow the food trucks and beer trucks this year? There was a few incidents of Yinzers passing out from heat exhaustion last year. I would guess that they would, Chris. I haven't heard anything different. So
they usually don't change it.
Derpy, you heading up?
I don't think so, honestly.
Not this year?
No, not this year.
How long does it take you to get there from where you're at? Because you're in Ohio.
At least 2 hours.
It's got to be 2 hours. Absolutely.
Yeah, at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
And there's only one way besides two, but it's really only one way into the entrance of the camp.
Yeah. It's been a couple seasons since you've been up there. Have you been up there since you got I
went there last year.
You went last year? Oh, that's right, you did.
Yeah, I went last year. It was busy.
And you left before Friday Night Lights or something?
Yeah.
That's right. What a citizen Jen is. That's right. Jen is
yes.
Absolutely. Awesome. Kevin says this. Tony needs to stick to the cheese up there, not the wine.
I will say one thing about camp, Ryan.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Is that everyone's complaining? Some fans are complaining about that. Tomlin used to do later practices, and now McCarthy's doing early practices.
Right.
I really don't see much of a difference of change because
I guess it all helps.
McCarthy's a Pittsburgh guy, so I don't think he'll change much besides like time slot.
Yeah. And plus, it just depends what the weather is like in the summertime here. Sometimes it's 100 degrees, sometimes it's 80 degrees. So
Right.
hopefully works out. Let's go right here. Let's go to Cody. He says Mike wants Deontay Johnson in the slot. There it is. Mike.
Yes, there it is.
You know what? He's still available, boys.
Ty says Cody, my brother. Also, Diesel says, hell yeah, boys, just working and sweating my ass off, smoking some Canadian. Yeah, man. Stay
Those
hydrated.
Canadian Fire is better.
Oh, no, you know what? I don't want to get into this yet. What to do, Tyrone? Cody says this. Tyrone says, yeah, I don't know what to believe, to be honest. 30 million a year. That's an interesting number. I did see this as well, Tortilla. This 30 million, 31 million, possibly with Gonzalez and Witherspoon. How is this going to affect what's going on with JPJ? We're getting to that real soon. Let me get caught up just on a few more messages, guys, and we're going to dig. We're going to go balls deep into the Steelers as we are heading into camp, guys. Tonight into tomorrow, you're having arrivals. Over the next few days, it is the acclimation period. And then, of course, Monday, they will be strapping the pads on, getting ready for some contact. It's just coming so fast, and it's only 48 days away till we kick off these against the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to start the season, and only 17 days, if you can believe that, from the first preseason game, Derby.
Time waits for no one.
Time waits for no one. Let's go here to Diesel says this. He says, when Gonzalez gets the bag, they're not going to pay him. Let's go to Six. Six says, I got to tell you guys about something that happened to me last week, and I was raped by a female Bigfoot, and I think she might be pregnant with my kid. That's fucking awesome. Would you and her mind coming on the show? We'll talk to both of you if you wouldn't mind. I'd like this. And then somebody else would come running out saying that it's not your baby. Bigfoot. Come on. I can see this. The original OG Yinzer Joe says, if Mike is the queen, then Ryan is my king. Besides, he takes come on and said, that's right. That's what qualifies you. If you have
referring to
semen
Sick
on
Jones, Ryan?
I'm sorry?
Referring to Sick Jones's comment, would be the Maori Yinzer show hour.
Yes, absolutely. We'll do a little Maury, a little Springer. I have no problem with that. Let's go here to Ty says Diesel. What? Gonzo and JPJ has the same agent. Tortilla. Chris says Friday Night Lights is now Saturday. Yes, that is true. It is Saturday Night Lights. Derpy. That is a change. Diesel says Gonzalez is going to get 35 million or more. They're not paying. See, that's like big time money now with these corners, Mike. It's not this is quarterback. I mean, this is a position. Again, don't get me wrong, cornerback's a huge position. But now you're getting into this kind of money for corners. This is really starting to change the way things are operated, Mike.
Oh, yeah. And you look now, too, the salary cap going up every year now.
Yeah.
And, the revenue of the league's getting it only makes sense. The premium positions are going to keep increasing. I don't mind paying a corner a lot of money, close to quarterback money, because outside of quarterback and left tackle, cornerbacks in the top three, those are your three most important positions. So I have no problem investing that kind of money in it, especially now when you're banking on young quarterbacks. The Steelers are the two young quarterbacks to be the quarterbacks of the future. So you're not paying those guys all that money right now. Now's the time to pay JPJ, someone like that, over a 4 to 5 year period. Because by the time his contract's winding down, that's when their new contract's going to kick in. And by that time, towards at the end of his career, you can move on from him. Now you have your big starting quarterback. And if you have your system of draft and development re-going, which is looking like we're having, now you have guys year after year being replenished through the draft. So I have no problem right now paying him that kind of money because we have quarterbacks on rookie deals, and by the time they get their big money, he's going to be at the tail end of his big money, probably at the tail end of his career.
Also, just throwing it in there, Drew Aller did get him signed over the weekend. I believe it was Friday or Saturday that started playing out. So again, that is taken care of a little contract situation, and it just makes you wonder where this plays in as well. Excuse me, the timing of paying Drew Aller, and again, still trying to get Joey Porter Jr. figured out. So again, we're getting into this real shortly here. Diesel says this. He says it's not the agent. The Steelers won't pay him. Follows it up by saying probably tell him to kick rocks. Truth Thong, what's up? Great seeing Truth Thong back in the house as always. He says, Joey, please play for us. We'll pay you anything. Help. I'm just a below average GM. Please save my job. Omar Khan. Truth, always great seeing you back on the board, my man. Hope you are having a great summer. Hope you're ready for the Steelers. Again, camp's starting just depending on how you want to say starting. Again, as tonight, probably you're going to start seeing people start to slowly trickle in and through tomorrow. And then again, officially starting on Wednesday. Tortilla says Friday Night Lights was corny. Tortilla didn't like the Friday Night Lights. Not a big Friday Night Lights guy. Let's go to Yinzer Joe. He says Tallman used to test the players' endurance and their physicality. McCarthy just wants communication and is looking at the skills. So again, lots of differences. We're going to learn a lot about this new Steeler football team, guys. Diesel says this. He says, I like JPJ. Nothing bad. We've been cheap. I'm surprised we paid the guys we already have. That's it is different, Mike. You got to admit the way that we are paying players and doing things is certainly different than in the past.
More or less, you're paying the two backups before you're paying the starter. And there's talk now heating up that Spencer Anderson's going to get a nice lucrative contract. There's potential for that. And you have, we talked about it for 3 weeks before we went on vacation, where JPJ ranks in quarterbacks easily within the top 5, and you're not going to pay him, you're going to pay everyone else. Interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
All right. Let's go right here. Let's go to Ty. Ty says Diesel True. I'm sorry, Tater. Tater, welcome back, Tater. Glad to see you as well. He is the San Francisco 49er fan this year. He was, of course, the Browns fan, but we all credit you for making that jump. Again, I have nothing bad to say about that move. Tyrone says Diesel true, but that won't matter. I think Porter gets $30 million a year.
They're not going to give him 30.
And again, that's it's a very interesting amount of money, especially with the money already being paid out on the defensive side of the ball. With what?
They're not going to give him
Irby
30.
And what they gave, Washington,
yeah, absolutely.
It's weird if they're not going to do that. And what are you going to do? Let them walk for a third-round pick?
Let's go right here.
Second round.
I agree, Mike. Diesel says, I hope they do. They're not going to find anybody younger. I do want to say this, talking about young players, Mike, this has been my one of my beefs over the past few seasons. We've been getting pretty ancient, in my opinion. This is the Steelers, according to ESPN, are ranked in the bottom 5 for young talent. This is players 25 years and younger on the squad, Mike. They said there's no blue chip player top 5 when it comes to bottom of players 25 and younger.
So Derek Hartman didn't have a good rookie year.
I don't know if one player could justify giving the whole roster a better
grade.
Well,
you said they had no blue chip players.
That's correct. They did say that.
Herbig and Joey Porter Jr. They were all under 25 or 25 and under when this list came out. Troy Fatanu, this team has it. I don't know if they were looking. They have a good foundation. Well, hey, when you're consistently picking in the 20s, it is hard to find those blue chippers when you're all picking inside the top 5 like Cleveland every year.
And that's true. I mean, that's the thing. People are going to look at the names and be like, wow, look at these names. But that's because your team stinks and you've been drafting good players for the past 25 years.
But I saw those two and I'm like, are they basing it on when the season starts so they don't have to include certain guys or what? But it's just comical. I'm they were every publication in the offseason was talking up Nick Herbig, but now it comes out to release your list. Oh no, the Steelers don't have any blue chippers, but yet they've arguably one of the best young pass rushers in the league.
Interesting point. Interesting take. Let's continue to move forward here. I do appreciate the comment there, Diesel. Let's go to Sass. Sauce says this. He says the fact that we signed Jamal Dean for just about 13 million a year is crazy. Looking at the current numbers being thrown around, I understand he's injury prone, but still, he's amazing when healthy. That's true. I can't wait to learn about Jamal Dean. I wasn't really familiar with him in Tampa Bay. Getting his numbers has him comparable, though, with JPJ and what he does from last season. So this I'm excited about, Derby. I'm
very excited in Jamal Dean as well.
Let's go right here to somebody else even said something. Trey Essex. Mike, your buddy Trey Essex. He makes this comment. He says the Steelers have the 3rd best secondary in the AFC North. Is that so?
Third?
The third. This is what former Steeler Trey Essex. He said it right
No,
here.
they on. I'm gonna be real. We have the best.
I would think that it's better than we're getting credit for. Mike, what's your thought?
Wow.
We have the best.
And you know what the thing is,
Baltimore
Mike? This
is
isn't ESPN. This is a former Steeler. We usually get props from these guys. What's going on?
Like Cleveland, you can argue what Denzel Ward, but that's a wash with Jamal Dean or even Porter. Baltimore's corners suck. They got Kyle Hamilton. I have no idea what the Bengals have, but it ain't that great.
Right.
So how the Steelers are third best is mind-boggling to me. This is why, like, anyone who listens to this idiot that was more or less a passenger on a Super Bowl team, you might want to reevaluate some life choices.
Who said that comment, Ryan?
Trey Essex.
Trey Essex. Mike's mortal enemy on
dude is so stupid. You play the NFL, you don't understand like running plays to set up other plays. It's a basic concept of football. You don't understand. He doesn't understand.
Are they from the PFF thing?
Who, Trey Essex?
Yeah.
No, he's a former Super Bowl champion here at Pittsburgh, offensive lineman.
Okay.
Let's go right here. It's retarded. I agree.
I don't want to say the word, but it is.
The retardation is high with that one. Let's go right here. It says, with that talent, Diesel says, Mark Malone, nah, trade JPJ now. Diesel says, hey, I love ball, but some motherfuckers be greedy. But I know money talks.
I mean, to point out that I said this years ago, instead of focusing on the team, like, certain teams pay their players, not even proving anything in the playoffs.
You're right.
I said that years ago, and then look where we are now.
You're right. Let's go here. Let's go to Vegas. What's up, dude? Great seeing Vegas all the way from Las Vegas in the Heezy, baby. What's good, fellas? My man. Hope you're having a nice summer. I know Vegas is ready to get camp started.
What's up, Vegas?
Tyrone says, Sauce, yeah, Dean was a steal. And the more and more I'm reading and learning about him, I'm thinking the same thing. But you know who else was in that group? Was what's her face? He was just here. Pierre. He fell in that group. Remember, it was Quinion Mitchell, it was JPJ, Jamal Dean, but also again Pierre. Yes, it was an improved season, but again, do you still have Pierre up in the list of your top 5 best performing corners? I don't think so. So let's go right here. Sauce, yeah, Dean was a steal. Chris says, hit the like button, guys and gals. It's only 9 guys. Thank you. We appreciate you, Chris. It's all free. Do hit the like, hit the follow, the subscribe, all this stuff. It's all free. Why not, guys? Steeler season is right at the door, and we're going to be here every step of the way. I promise you. Kevin says, in your opinion, who do you think will be the team MVP this season? That's a really good question. That is a really good question. Because
there's so many guys.
The turnover was high. It's a new coaching system.
Yeah.
The former MVP is gone. So that's a really good question. I'm going to have to think about that, Kev.
And the greatest special teams coach is gone as well.
So, you know, that's a really good question, Kevin. Let me work on that. Tortilla says Porter is going to get $38 million from Philadelphia. Hey, why not? They're going out and they're buying. Philly's buying. If it's not the Eagles, it's the 76ers. They're definitely buying over there. Let's go back here to Corey. Corey says this, guys. Corey says they're either refusing to pay him because they don't see him as a long-term option, or they don't see him as a cornerback 1 to give him cornerback 1 money. Something is off with the whole. Something's definitely off. Again, I agree. If you would look at everything that is played out, Mike, to this point, with the Herbig contract being what it is, with it, there's just a lot of questions right now. Certainly, revolving around this Joey Porter Jr. contract situation. And at the end of the day, you do have the things going on other teams with corners. You're watching that play out. You're watching us spend money. Drew Aller he's just signed over the past couple of days. So, and Mike also, it was said on the board, some people have this thing possibly soon, like getting it figured out, like soon. I mean, possibly within hours. Other people has this thing going all the way till the end of camp. Of course, JPJ holding in. Mike, what's your general feel here?
If it's not signed within the first week, I'm going to be nervous.
Because
it's you're playing football in t-shirts and shorts at that point. You're not missing much. But after that point, now you're getting into the pads. You're getting into the physicality of it. You want your body to start getting used to that. That's when I was going to start getting nervous that something might not be accomplished until the season starts, and we need them locked in now. Like the other guys, I'm sorry, could have waited. This is a centerpiece of your team. You had Pat Freiermuth. You have, two other edge rushers. You didn't need to sign Herbig and Washington. Yes, they're the easier ones to get. You could have got those done at any time during training camp. But Porter, he's your number one corner, anywhere in the top 10 to top 5 cornerbacks in the league. You signed those guys. It's a shutdown corner. You don't have to worry about their side. For me, this is weird. It seems like there's a big power play going on between the player and the team here.
I mean, I kind of hope he'll be a team player just because of the history with his dad.
Hell no. Loyalty in sports, especially from the team to the player. If they can get ready, you can get someone cheaper, derpy, they're going to do it. You get your money now because there's no guarantee you're going to get it again.
I'm just not giving him $30 million.
And at the hour and 10-minute mark of the show, I'm going to throw the hint out today. Today's question of the day will be involving Joey Porter Jr. So keep that in mind as we do move along. We grab a couple more, and then we're going to get into some things, guys. Let's go right here to Ty. Ty says that's the market. Derpy Herbig got 25. He's not accepting nothing less than 29. I think it's more the guarantee. The problem, more than likely, Yinzer Joe, he says this JPJ would have been signed already if he had been an all-pro or a few more interceptions, maybe a pick 6, but no, time to cut ties is what he's saying. Let's go here to Diesel. Diesel says this, I do think they need to sign Benton. He has some upside in D-line. Of course, Benton is a name that kind of fell out of the, certainly from us, Mike, our topics of conversation, because this was another name that we threw in there all the time. And as Drew Aller gets his situation figured out over the weekend, I still forgot about Keanu Benton. But I got to be honest with you, he is
really
a big part.
Much.
But he said right. What do you do with the Keanu Benton? What do you do with him, Mike? He's on the fence for me, one way or the other. At the end of this year, I don't think he's a Steeler unless something amazing happens with him. Where is he at with you?
Like, I was just reading before the show that, there's talks like if he hits the market teams, you'll be surprised at the number that will be thrown to him. Like, teams are wanting to get some Keanu Benton. My thing is, he's a guy that you let walk and you get the comp pick for him.
Right.
He's the guy you let walk. You don't let one of the best at their position walk out the door. You can replace him in the draft easily. You can replace him in the free agency easily. And to get someone to replace Porter, you're going to have to either hit a home run in the first round on the corner, or you have to pay a lot of money in free agency. So why not just pay that money to your guy? It's like when you're at a job, when someone leaves because they wanted a pay raise, next thing you know, you're spending more money to replace that role. Right. It's the corollary here. Like, just keep them. It's going to be cheaper. And that's one less headache you have to worry about. Yeah, you're going to have a little less money to spend elsewhere, but no, you have a premium position locked down. You got older guys coming off of contracts that you could spread money around. It's not rocket science here. We're not trying to split the atom. This is kind of like an easy contract to figure out.
What about Tyrone's next comment here? I think this is a good question because, again, a lot of the debate I'm hearing, Joey just didn't get the INTs, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like Gonzo or Devin Witherspoon or tearing the league apart, intercepting the ball and forcing turnovers either. And people have no problem putting their names in the conversations with resetting the cornerback. So, again, very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. I'm not really even sure what to make of it. I'm really not.
Deron Bland, who led the league, he had 13 interceptions in a 2-year span, and he was not talked about as a great corner.
Right.
So Patrick Surtain had 1 interception last year, and people are still talking, he's the best corner in the league.
Absolutely.
So why can't that same thought process be applied to our guy?
I agree. And it's
unless we're all just here fucking trolling Tyrone.
Maybe.
I like the second option.
Yeah, this is you know what? We took 5 years, 1,000 episodes to build up to this. This was the goal from day one. This wasn't supposed to be a real show. We were just gonna troll Tyrone all the way from 5 years ago. Tyrone, you've been punked. Just kidding. Let's move along on the board, though. Let's go right here. JPJ going to end up in Detroit. I did miss right here. I'm sorry. Tyrone says, like, you really don't watch football or pay attention. I can tell. Mark Malone says JPJ ends up in Detroit. Diesel. Yeah, I think he wants more guaranteed money, and the Steelers don't like doing that.
They never do it.
You're right. I agree. True thong. He says sometimes it seems like Joey tackles like a little girl with spaghetti arms. But you got to admit, True, it's improved. I thought his tackling improved. His rookie year was horrendous. I thought year 2, it was more about the penalties. Yes, his tackling wasn't great, but the penalties were the issue for me season 2. Season 3, it started to come together, and I got to be honest with you. I thought the tackling was better. Don't get me wrong, it's not great, but it's certainly improved. And also, the penalties certainly were down last year for me. So, again, I agree. He did have the little girl spaghetti arm tackles, but it's certainly improved. I think we could all agree that it's improved.
I'm not worried about my shutdown corners tackling ability.
All right. Hey, valid point.
But real quick about the guaranteed money, Lev Bell was just on a podcast saying, like, earlier this year, like, the reason he left the Steelers, like, it was guaranteed money for $3 million. That was the sticking point. Mm-hmm. So if they let him walk over $3 million, they'll probably let Joey walk over a few $1 million as well.
I agree.
Then again, Mike wasn't worried about Deontay Johnson going backwards.
Hey, Deontay Johnson was one of the best route runners I've seen play. Hey, sometimes you got to go backwards to move forward, Derpy.
There you go. Let's go right here. Let's go to Tyrone. He says, in JPJ, Gonzo, Witherspoon, all in the same class. They all waiting to see what someone gets first. It's exactly what's going on. Kind of like how the heck in Aller's situation went. Also, $31 million was the number that I've been hearing being slung around over break in regards to Gonzalez, Witherspoon with their situation. So $31 million is just, again.
Yeah, that would tie him with Trent McDuffie.
Okay.
For the highest contract, average right now, because he's averaging 31.
100% Tortilla.
Let's go right here. Let's go to Tortilla. Does say this. Trey trying to not get fired and follow the script they gave him.
100%.
Let's go to Corey. Corey says this at Diesel. I know, but if you truly think he's a cornerback one of the future, then you'd pay him. It gives off the vibe that if he doesn't take the offer, then he could see himself out. That's not how you treat a cornerback one.
I just don't like unproven players in the playoffs.
I mean, isn't that our whole team at this point, though?
It's been that way.
That's Cam Hayward and TJ Watt,
16 years.
Yeah. No,
so you just don't pay anyone, Derpy. Just let them go. Just let the entire roster go. Get a new team every 4 years. Like this is college.
No, I just don't like unproven players.
All right. No.
Unproven players who's locked out every receiver he played, even in the playoffs.
All right, fair enough. Let's do scoot along. Let's go right here to Ty. He says, I think, top 3 or depth is really good. Free safety. Is that what's going on? I can't decipher what that is being said. Diesel says, I understand it both ways. Vegas, my man. He says, this is a nice 99 at 10:15 a.m.
10:45.
And then changed to 10:45. Yeah, where we were about 81 still, so it's not bad here. I'm sure Las Vegas probably gets very hot. Tyrone says Steelers no Porter DB1. It's the guaranteed money that's the problem. I'm going to grab 2 more, and then we're going to jump into a couple things here. Sash said this. I said it a long time ago that I think PZ could be an issue in these contract negotiations with his son. Remember, the team decided not to pay him back in the day and let him walk. That's true. That is true. Cody says, how's that possible? The whole offensive line are babies. Good point. Tortilla says Roman Wilson, team MVP. Not according to Steve Smith. Not according to Steve Smith, Mike. He's not even the team MVP. Saying that he's the team MVP is one thing. Steve Smith, of course, the former wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, says he is the ugly baby of the group. How would you like to go from the position? He won a national title just a few years ago at Michigan. Goes on to the pros. Gets injured his first year, out the whole first year. Next year gets no playing time for whatever reason. Now you got people calling you the ugly baby of the group. Mike, I would not want to be Roman Wilson. And you know what? If anybody has something to prove on this team, it's him. Because if not,
100% him.
He's going somewhere else being known as the ugly baby who's done nothing through 3 years of football.
When I read that quote, that I went and read the article to see, okay, what's the context? The context fit perfectly
Yes.
of how he was trying to describe the receiver room. It was like, oh, that's an ugly baby. Oh, it does some nice things, you know.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, I hear it does nice things. Yeah, it was very appropriate because he does nice things, but can't do them consistently.
Right.
That's the
And
problem.
that is just great. It's the
He can't
perfect,
stay on the field.
yeah, the perfect descriptor for him. But you never know. Like, that ugly baby sometimes grows up to be one of the most beautiful in the world. Maybe that can be Roman Wilson.
You know, I remember my parents saying that there used to be this one girl we used to always make fun of. Everybody had that girl when you were in elementary school. And I remember my mom always saying, "Oh, she's gonna grow up to be a swan." Bro, I seen her the other day. She ain't no fucking swan. I could tell you that. She ain't even in the ballpark, cuz. And I remember thinking to myself, "There's no way she's gonna grow up to be a fucking swan." She looks like a dead bird on the side of the road is what she looks like. But not the point. The point being, I digress. Let's get back to the board. Agree Vegas. Pierre was trash in coverage until this year. I'm not buying the contract's year successes. Vegas is saying, I agree. I agree with that. So is Ty. Corey says, Tyrone, oh, I know. It's just silly. It's actually a fail in the Steelers. If your cornerback one is you're asking for guaranteed money and you're refusing, then it's a lack of faith in your player. Again, I'm not understanding what this big lack of faith is. If there is any lack of faith, if that is even an issue. I mean, of course, in the media, they bring it up. We talk about it. But at the end of the day, Mike, the guy's never let up a touchdown. So, yes, not getting an interception. You might want to say that those kind of things even each other out. Okay, I've never given up. I don't get many interceptions, but I haven't let anybody score.
Yeah. I haven't let anyone score. I haven't let anyone score. Look, where I am for yardage per reception, yardage at the end of the year, completion percentage against, quarterback percentage against. They aren't sexy stats, but they tell a whole different story, or more complete story than just looking at interceptions.
Yeah.
Interceptions are great. I love them. They can change the complexion of the game. But everything else is just as important, or just not more important than the sexy stats.
And I mean, TJ Watt's sexy stat is the sack. And you know what? His sacks have been down. Ever since he broke the record, it's gone down and been down. And people say, well, injury. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, that's the sexy statistic that everyone puts with TJ Watt's name when you talk about how great he is, and you try to what's the word I'm looking for? You try to justify the money that he's making.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, are you getting your money value out of TJ Watt? So again, these things are difficult. It's hard to tell. But again, I think JPJ, certainly in the media, is certainly getting undercut. Mike, never giving up a touchdown to me it's great. It's fantastic. How many guys do you know goes through the first 3 years of their career, especially getting the playing time as a rookie, as a second year guy, not giving up a touchdown?
Not many.
Come on.
And especially like this year when he flipped halfway through the season to covering all the number one receivers. Like the guys that when he finally hey, here, go cover this guy, locked them up. And these guys aren't slouches either.
I want to jump over to the other side of the ball. We're going to talk a little offense, guys. A lot of JPJ talking. Of course, that is a big topic right now. There's no two ways about it, Mike. But let's talk about a few other things as we scoot along on the show here today. This here, Mike, we're going to talk about the quarterback room. I'm going to talk about a couple things. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's start with this. I did mention this about the tight ends early. I do know that let's see if I can find it here. And somewhere in my notes have Darnell Washington, Mike, and Pat Freiermuth. They both fall into the top 32 tight ends list, Mike. This came out now. There is take it with a grain of salt because this is a PFF number. This is PFF information. But according to PFF, Mike, two tight ends, Muth and of course Washington, are both in the top 32. Now, mind you, that means our second string tight end is better than quite a few other first string tight ends. Mike, PFF has Muth at number 20 and also has Washington at number 27. Whatever your opinion is on that, one way or another, I think you could probably make a good argument one way or another. The one guy's better. But I want to throw this out before you make a comment, Mike. Pat Freiermuth has been working with a speed coach. Roman working with the Rot God. Pat Fryermuth with a speed coach. So maybe some of those, opinions people might have of the classic white end, and I'm not talking about your Gronk. I'm talking about the white end, the people. So anybody that has this argument, Mike, now we can certainly work in there the fact that he's working with the speed coach. Our two tight ends, both in the top 32. Pat Fryermuth, speed coach Mike.
I like it. He's getting up there in age. He's been in the league for a while now, and he probably noticed losing the step here or there. So let's find a way to maintain or gain a step. I like that the way to become more fluid, to be better in the passing game, which I think is his best suit as a tight end. He's much better pass catcher and route runner than he is a blocker. So I like it. Enhance that part of your game because Darnell is going to be the more blocking of the two. I like that, and I like the 1-2 punch we have with those guys. It's going to be interesting to see how many times we see them both out on the field. Who's going to get the more usage? Because in McCarthy's offense, it's more or less 11 personnel. Only go in one tight end, 3 wide receivers. So him and Darnell are going to have. It's going to be interesting to see that split, and interesting to see how much 12 personnel they run. Because I think you can get a good mismatch while having those two out there, and especially if maybe Roman and Jeremy take just a little bit of time to get up to speed in the new offense. So it's going to be interesting how they're all used. But I'm excited to see what Pat Fry can do. We know he can be a very productive tight end in the league, and tight ends in the league hold Pat in high regard too. They think he's a good player too. And anytime you listen to like the Kelseys or Kittles talk about tight ends, they be like, hey, don't. They invariably someone always brings up Pat Fryermuth, and they all talk glowingly about him. This guy is a very good tight end. Hopefully, McCarthy and Angeliquio can get a lot out of him because everywhere Angeliquio goes, tight ends perform well. They always have their numbers from year over year get better and better with him.
And to have a nice couple of tight ends like we do, this should certainly play benefit to the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. And then also, Mike, your number 3 wide receiver position, it's a rookie who, we're all hoping that he does good things and expecting them to do good things. At the end of the day, you're still going to need to use your tight ends because, again, you have your 1, your 2, and your number 3. It's debatable at this point. I think Jeremy is the guy with Roman Wilson, the ugly brother, whatever the hell he is. I think it's ultimately going to be Jeremy. But with that being what it is, I think the tight ends will certainly play a new role. Where in the past, Mike, under Arthur Smith and under Mike Tomlin, that might not have been the case. I think this team and these coordinators and these coaches, they want to come in and really make a name for themselves, Mike, because this is what somebody called a flawed playoff team. And I couldn't agree more. I think it is a flawed playoff team. And with a couple things improved, I think this could be a really good team, a team that could win games in January. And, maybe just using your tight ends more, using the strengths that you have to your benefit is certainly going to help you win. If you don't pass your tight ends and you don't do well, maybe if you passed your tight ends a little bit more, things would have went better. So, again, it's a whole new ball game this year, guys. It's a whole new ball game. And, again, Angeliquio, as you said, Mike, great success with tight ends wherever he coaches.
Yeah. And, we saw last year, like when Pat Fryermuth was targeted and made a focal point of the game plan, he was a damn good weapon to use. And it surprised me. That was like Arthur Smith's thing is tight ends, but Arthur Smith was also, this is what they expect me to do, so I'm going to do the opposite.
Right.
Whereas these guys, like, this is what they expect us to do. Guess what? We're going to do it. Good luck stopping.
Because it's a strength. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So go to it. And hey, I'm going to use my best players and then instead of the players you think I'm not going to use by using them to take away my strengths.
Let's get some more messages, guys. We have a lot more to talk about. Yeah, Derpy, good.
Sorry, I was just want to point this out. I kind of hope we use more of the middle of the field with the Titans, but
and certainly more
instead of the
sideline
stuff. Instead of the sideline stuff.
Yeah.
And certainly more in the red zone, Derpy. I want to see more.
Yep, in the red zone.
Washington.
Well.
You have a guy who's a fucking giant compared to everybody else. You better get him the ball in the red zone.
Yeah.
Believe me, people would do it to us night and day if they had the opportunity, and we sit back and not. So again, hopefully the new system, the new coordinators, we get to we get to utilize these players because again, you don't have a guy that size and don't use him. I would be all over Darnell Washington if I was the offensive coordinator. He would be my guy, believe me. Size like that, I mean, he's a video game. He's a cheat code. You can't even
very
bring
much
it down. You know. Let's go right here. Cody says our safeties hold us back. The safeties, of course, this is a concern for people. We don't know if they're going to be able to stay healthy. My number one question, Derpy, number one question mark is Deshaun Elliott going to be able to stay healthy through this season?
Oh, with that,
That's always been the problem with us, is not can't stay healthy depth wise.
and that injury he's coming back from,
it's hard. Yeah.
yeah.
Very hard
But
to get back
from what I've read, man, he's ready to go and looking healthy. But that's why I think we need one more safety back there more than a receiver. Just one more guy, because Ramsey, he can bounce around between nickel and safety.
Well, what about Savage? A lot of people don't keep
Savage is underrated signing.
See, that's kind of my. Everyone keeps talking about safeties, and the Savage, I think, is the X factor. Is Savage able? Is he able to step up and be that guy, or not? He kind of is the X factor in it all.
Because he could.
You like your starters, but beyond that, of course, the concern. But that name Savage certainly hasn't been coming up in this conversation, and I wonder why.
He's another one of those guys. He's another injury-prone type of guy.
Right.
Yeah. So, and even with
you only need him for
Brisker
1 or
coming
2
in,
games, though.
yeah, even with Brisker coming in, he has concussion issues because he's not afraid to stick his head in there and make a play. So I want someone better than Sebastian Castro and Robert Spears Jennings. Just one more veteran safety on the back end.
I see
anyone
name
out there.
Yeah, Jabril, whatever his name, Peppers.
Peppers is out there. I mean,
he's still floating around. You want him back? Who?
He
Yeah, I
didn't
tell you
do
what, the
bad.
guy
He
get
didn't
hit,
do-
but it was a penalty every other time he stepped on the
that's
field.
the
though,
thing,
with him,
yeah.
you
But he
know?
didn't do that bad.
Let's go right here. Let's go to Bart Malone. He's going to Detroit, boys. Talking about JPJ. Let me go right down here to Ty. Ty says, agree, Steelers always do bad business. This, it's certainly not perfect. I can be honest with you there. Tortilla says, sources tell me JPJ will sign by episode 1004.
Okay.
All right. That's not bad. That's by the end of the week, guys. So we will see. Tyrone says that's why they're paying 41 per edge and 33 million for maybe a top 20 wide receiver. Laugh out loud. Corey says this. You think? Hold on. You think Revis had trouble getting paid? We've drafted corners so poorly that we finally got a cornerback one that they don't even want to give him money guaranteed. They don't mind doing it for a declining TJ. Mike, your thoughts on that?
It's not wrong.
I agree.
Not wrong.
That contract last year that the owner wanted us to give TJ Watt to make him here and forever and make him more than Myles Garrett has fucked us in this rookie class coming up, because we knew you were going to have to pay a lot of people coming up. You knew JPJ was going to have to be time. You knew like Herbig and Washington. Then the following class, you know, Frazier and Fatano and potentially McCormick will have to be paid. That Watt contract is now prohibiting us from signing those guys.
We're the Penguins, Mike.
No, because at least Crosby's still a top 7 player in the league. Malkin's still putting up top 25 numbers. The only one you can argue is Letang.
Well, I mean, if TJ comes back, then you could throw him right in the category with Crosby.
If he produces, then it's worth it. But what we saw last year was not worth it. It's now screwing us. But I'd rather, move on from a guy a year or two early than hold on to him 2 or 3 years past and lose a bunch of talent. That's why we let Joey Porter go all those years ago to Miami. We were able to sign other young players, and that helped us win championships. Let's go to
Yinzer Joe. JPJ will be standing on the sideline, then traded.
Honestly, don't pay him 100%.
What's that, Derps?
If they don't pay him before the season, I agree, Yinzer Joe.
Let's go right here. Let's go to Diesel. He said, they paid Herbig good money. He best be playing a lot. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's certainly something to keep our eye on as well. I think that this certainly is the end of the road for Alex Highsmith in Pittsburgh after this season. That's just my opinion. We will see how that does play out. Let's go here to Mark. He says, trading him really is the best course of action. Tyrone says, don't drink that. Exactly, Porter. Porter, our best player. Diesel says he has a good pass rush last year. I'm trying to think who that went back to. Is that probably Herbig maybe on that comment? Let's go to Tyrone. Yeah, Steelers do this to themselves. You overpay people. LOL.
100%.
Mike Sosh says this. He says he probably signs for 20 a year elsewhere and get a 3rd round comp at worst 4th round comp pick for Benton. There we go.
He's at least worth the second.
Who, Benton's worth a second?
Oh no, you was talking about Ben. All right.
Yeah, you're
No,
talking
he's
about.
fourth, third, fourth. Yeah, I agree.
Mark Malone, Everett can replace Joey Porter way cheaper, he says. We don't know. I mean, Dalen Everett still yet to find out. But
He's
again,
still got but he has
He
potential.
looked great. He looked great in t-shirts and shorts in
Right.
practice.
He has potential. I'll tell you that.
I do want to
Everett.
say, I'm jumping up to the top real quick. I do want to say what's up to Steel Loyal. Great seeing you, bro. Glad to see you today on the board as well. Let's continue down. Ty says, yes, let's have a rookie guard chase. Yeah, well, you know, that's what you're going to get with that. Absolutely. You want Everett chasing Jamar Chase around all afternoon against Cincinnati. Mark Malone says, not real worried about the Bungles. Truthong says this. He says, going to be a boring year by a boring team. 2010 Packers, players, coaches. Why? Why does this team look a lot like a former Packers or former Cowboys team? The Cowboys are the only team that hasn't been to the NFC Championship game since 1995, 96. Why would we want to be like them? I don't know. Let's continue on. Let's go here to Ty. He says, like Everett, but he ain't ready for that yet. Next year, I can see him being DB3. And Joe says, splash plays, pay guys. Sorry, JPJ isn't that. Let's go right here. Tyrone, he takes out the number one wide receiver completely out of the game. Diesel says, I thought JPJ had some good his tackling got better. Absolutely. From year one, 100%. Vegas says Bell needs to box his agent. Tyrone says DK ain't either, and we have him 33. Be quiet, Yinzer Joe. Diesel says this. He says he is locked down, but a lot of them guys are dropping INTs. Hey, you're right. What's up, Steel Matacondo? Let's go, baby. That's right. It is. It's time. It is the week, guys. Again, tonight into tomorrow, Steelers are arriving at St. Vincent College. And I do want to say this, Mike. It is 48 days away from the kickoff against the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But also, speaking of number 48, Bud Dupree has a little bit to say. He didn't like this particular training camp situation here in Pittsburgh. Bud Dupree hated the dorms. Like he said, the year when COVID happened was his favorite year because it effed up the whole way they ran camp. Bud Dupree, Mike, hated going there to St. Vincent College in Latrobe. He hated dorm life. Mike, Steelers will be showing up tomorrow for dorm life.
Apparently, he's not the only one who hated it, but a lot of players do like it. Aaron liked it. Said, "Hey, it's nice to get away from everything.
Right,
keep kind of old school, the distractions away." But a lot of players are kind of like, "Hey, it's cool." Others, it's hey, I'd like to stay. Hey, go in, do my work, go home, get my body healed, back at home, do my thing. There's pros and cons to it, but the Steelers are never gonna change that. They've been going there for 50 years. They have a great relationship out there. It works well for them. It's ingrained in the Steeler way, and it's never going to change.
I agree. Not for and it's going to take something weird to happen for that not to be the case. But again, Bud Dupree, I had to throw it out there because it is 48 days away to kick off the season. Did not like the dorm life, which I don't. Listen, if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't either. Believe me.
Right, I'm right there with you.
You're used to the luxury. I mean, come on, we're regular guys. We don't even have the luxuries that these guys have, and I don't know how I would like it in the dorm. So at the end of the day, I get it. Let's do scoot along on the board. Let's go right here to OG and Joe. He says this. The OG says, yeah, let's have our safeties take care of all the tackles, not our corners. LOL. Tyrone, he says this. If my DB1's taking team's wide receiver one out of the game and not giving up a touchdown in 3 years, I don't care. You're not wrong. I ride with Tyrone on this, to be honest, all jokes aside. If I had a guy that hasn't let up a touchdown his first 3 years as a starter, I mean, come on, it's not like he was he's the man. He's CB1. And at the end of the day, that's impressive. Let's go down here. Let's go to Ty. He says he's actually tackling a lot better. I agree with you on that as well. Let's go here to Corey. Corey says this. He says, Derpy, unsuccessful in the playoffs is a team effort. I don't remember JPJ getting scored on in the playoffs. TJ Watt not getting a sack, interception, or even touching the quarterback is more applicable to that logic. And I don't think you're wrong, Corey. Derps.
Well, that brings back to my point. Like, we paid TJ Watt, and he really hasn't done anything at all in the playoffs. So,
yeah.
I mean, why do the same thing with JPJ if we haven't really done anything? going forward.
All right, that's a point as well. I mean, it is a point, whether you like it, whether you don't like it. I mean, a lot of good points. Diesel, absolutely. Steve Smith is a pain in the ass. I never cared for him. I didn't like him with Baltimore. I didn't care for him one way or another with Carolina. He was always just kind of a pain in the ass to me. But there he is. He says that Roman Wilson is the ugly little brother in this wide receiver room. Steve Smith did say that still, absolutely. Hey, whatever. He was good. He was, come on. He did his thing in the league. I give him that. But at the end of the day, I was not a big fan. Let's go here to scoot just a bit. Tyrone says, I swear Steeler fans really crack me up. Let's be real. Most didn't even know who Porter was 2 years ago. Want to bring up the flags and the tackle now that he fixed that, and the elites make y'all sick. I agree. I'm with you, Ty. I think that he is a cooler. I think come on. Again, if he didn't improve any of those things, Mike, if his penalties continued to be a problem throughout the process, if his tackling continued to look like he was an 8-year-old girl, I would say maybe some of the, so I mean, the real hang up here at the end of the day is interceptions. He's had 3 interceptions, 3 years. People are saying that is not what cornerback ones do. And this is where it's stuck in people's mind. Because, again, the things that he needed to work on and improve, he's never let up a touchdown in the league. So at the end of the day, the hang up is the interception.
Yeah, you know what? I guess Patrick Surtain's not that. Patrick Surtain had a shitty year last year with 1 interception. I guess Christian Gonzalez had a shitty year with 0 interceptions. I guess a lot of the top flight corners in the NFL had shitty years with the same amount or less than interceptions than Joey Porter Jr. If that's what we're basing them on, they were not the best corners in the league. And if you all bear with me, I will tell you who the best cornerback in the league was if we're going to go based on the interceptions.
Yeah.
It probably was not anyone that we're going to think of.
I'll grab a couple of messages while you do grab that. Steele says Roman has so much. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I missed one. Yinzer Joe says JPJ gave up a touchdown against likely. I don't care what people say. Of course, the first Raven game last year. But the officials agree with you now, but they didn't then. So we'll stick with that. Changing the subject, moving forward. Let's go here. Steel Maddox says Roman has so much to. He really does. He really does. Yeah. And again, I think possibly under the new coaching system, I think that if you're going to see his fortunes change, it's going to be this year. For whatever the reason was, again, if he was not good enough, a new coaching staff and a new coordinator should change it if it was something else holding you back. We will get a true look at Roman, and I can't wait, guys. Again, camp this week. Yeah, go ahead. Mike, did you pull that up?
Yeah, the best cornerbacks in the league because they had the most interceptions. J.C. Horn, Nashawn Wright, Marlon Humphreys, Dante Jackson, Mike Jackson. Those are your top cornerbacks in the league because they had the best interceptions in the NFL. So Patrick Surtain, Christian Gonzalez, Derek Stingley Jr. don't make the cut. Those are your top guys.
Point taken.
Dante Jackson.
And then the best safety in the league was Kevin Baird.
All right, there you go.
I thought we had Dante Jackson.
We had him the year before.
I think it was Lee. I seen somebody retired. It's not Dante. I think it was Levi Wallace. I think somebody's just retired. Let's go right here. Let's go to Tortilla. Tortilla says, in that case, Yinzer Joe, KJ ran a kickoff for a touchdown. That's true. That's true. If you're going to do it that way, let's go here to Ty. Ty says, womp womp. Like, tell likely hold on to the ball next time. Not bloody likely. Ain't going to happen. Of course, he's not with Baltimore anymore as he moves in the off season. Let's grab a couple more, Mike, and I'm going to switch over to quarterback talk here briefly. We got into the tight ends for a moment. We got back to JPJ. Let me grab Corey. Corey says this, Yinzer Joe, in the playoffs, I don't remember that, but I blacked out. The second half game was so bad. Tortilla says, screw stats in history. This is Yin's Tory, baby. That's right. Christophus, my man, he says JPJ will sign tomorrow after the conditioning test. Omar Khan don't want no smoke. You know what? If that happens, I'll be happy. I'll be ready to go. Just one less distraction. Certainly at camp, guys. Let's go to Ty. Ty says, don't drink that. Don't drink that. He's talking about that first game. Tater says, can't understand the bottom guy. Can't understand.
That's okay, man. You were previously a Cleveland Browns fan, so It's okay. We'll take some time. It's okay.
See, this is what it is. Derpy's actually close to Cleveland, and he was a Cleveland fan. And when they talk, there's no communication. It's crazy. I think that's what's going on here. But maybe it'll get better. Tater did jump. He left ship Derpy, jumped Cleveland, and is with San Francisco now. Let's go to Diesel. Diesel says, yeah, remember Ramsey letting Zay Flowers score 2 wide open touchdowns? Gee. Let's go to Ty. Ty says, hard to get picks when you get the ball thrown your way 3 times a game. LOL. Steel says this. Steelmatic says 58% passer rating. Allow JPJ. 100%. 100. Mark Malone says the Watt man is going to have a huge year now that Tomlin is gone. Right here, I'm sorry, Yinzer Joe. Yinzer Joe says that's because if the opponents can't pass on us, they run all over us. Now, let's hope that's not the case this year. That Buffalo game was disgusting.
Let's hope we fix the middle of the field on 3rd down.
Yeah.
I've been waiting 45 years, Derpy. It's yet to happen.
It's every year. My father
Maybe that's why people are still Browns fans. They just don't. They're just at that level, Mike, where they can't communicate with one another. And I do want to throw out there. I talked to my middle son at the dinner the other day, and he's a Browns fan.
Yeah.
You failed him, right?
What did I do? What did I do wrong to that kid?
You failed him. That's what you did.
I mean, he's out on his own. He could do his own thing now. He's in his 20s, but at the end of the day, I mean, I raised him better than that. We were Steeler fans. You get out into the world, look what the hell is happening. I don't know what's going on here.
He's like, I need to struggle.
I'm a failure.
He's like, I need a struggle in my life, and I'm picking the Browns. I talk to, like, every time I talk to, smart kid, good head on his shoulders.
Like, what was it there?
And then he fucking says that about the Browns. I don't get it.
I just like,
Mike, what was that?
He's like, I'm being a Browns fan.
That saying on that shirt with the liquor.
10% malt liquor wins 100% of the time.
That's what Ryan needs.
Derpy.
That's Ryan's favorite shirt.
Is that the way to start season 10, talking about that shirt?
No.
Hey, it's either that or we talk about the semen-covered hat.
All right. Let's do a move right here. Let's go to Kai. He says, then that excuse. Mark Malone, he says, it's mostly because Tomlin's D always has someone running free. Let's go here to Ty.
Tackle too.
Tyrone says Porter versus elite wide receivers last year. Chase 30 yards. St. Brown 40 yards. Collins 20 yards elite. And I can't argue with that.
I can't either.
I can't argue. Corey says, well, Yinzer, if they can't pass on us and have to resort to the run, that sounds like our cornerback's holding it down and our front is dropping the ball. Just saying. Tortilla says, you heard that Cody speed. Let's go to Tyrone. He says, Mark doesn't sound like a poster problem. Nazi speed coach, Mark Malone. Also, let's go here to Mark, follows it up by saying Porter will likely have a problem this year, though, Ty. Tortilla says Tomlin's D. Diesel says the new coaching staff should be an improvement. I'm very excited to see what the new coaching staff does and can do with this team, Mike. As again, the term that was used that I picked up over the weekend was they inherited a flawed playoff team. I don't know what's attacking me here, but something.
Is that a moth?
I don't know. It smells like semen head, I think.
It's attacking you.
It's really attracted my semen head.
All right. I was going to say, let's focus on the Steelers, but, semen hat, Steelers, kind of, a flawed team. It might be, you have a flawed hat, we have a flawed team. Yeah, they're a playoff team, they're flawed, but, the flaws aren't, oh, my God, how are they going to do this? The way, people have them going 8-9, not winning the division, finishing third. Some people have us finishing dead last in the division. This team has a lot of good building blocks, a good foundation from last year's team, a new coaching staff, a much better offensive game plan. We're hoping a much better defensive game plan too. But that's all on paper, but that's where we are at this point in the season. On paper, this team looks like it should be able to compete with anyone in the NFL.
I agree, Mike. Nobody is head and shoulders about it. And here's the thing: the Steelers have. If you look at the roster pound for pound, we don't know what. Listen, we have an idea what 53 is going to look like. You might be a player off one way or another here or there, but at the end of the day, pound for pound, 53 players. Can you go around the league and say, you know what, these guys are head and shoulders better than the Steelers? in the AFC, I would say no.
No.
And you know what? If there's an opportunity to maybe fix some of the things, because let's say the coach was this problem, let's say the coordinator was that problem. Well, now there's no excuses. We're going to get a good look, hopefully, at what this team has. And again, I agree, Mike. I think pound for pound, there's nobody in the AFC that we should fear. We have to figure out a way. Listen, the one thing that we have to figure out a way to do is to be able to move the ball a little bit better, move the sticks against teams that got good defenses like Houston. Houston game, in my opinion, shouldn't have been that wide of a margin. It should have been closer. We have to figure out a way to play teams with better defenses. If we don't, we're not going to win in January. You're going to face those teams. So if we figure this out and a few other tweaks, Mike, I think, again, at the end of the day, pound for pound, there's nobody that you could say, oh, this team is better than the Steelers pound for pound when you look at the roster. I just, that's the way I feel. Denver, I don't think that they got a good team. They're certainly improving. Don't get me wrong. New England, they were in the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, could you say that any of these teams are head and shoulders better than the Steelers when it comes down to being to looking at the roster pound for pound? I don't think there is. I don't. That's not being a Steeler fan. That's just being honest.
Look at the two teams that were in the Super Bowl. We played both of those teams. Yes, granted, it was early last year, but we played them both close and competitively. You know, we played, the media darlings, the Ravens, who 10 out of the last 12 we won. The Bengals, we split back and forth. They're also a media darling right now. The Steelers can contend with every team right now. Buffalo is not the team that it once was. Kansas City definitely is not the team that it once was. No. We have been improving. Teams have improved as well, but some of those top teams have come down.
I agree.
The field has condensed, and I can going into any game, I can find a way for the Steelers to win. Where in years past, we're probably not going to win this one, but how can we make it close? Now it's like, okay, we can win this one. Here's how it can happen. This team's being slept on. It's not just me being a Steeler fan saying that. I'm very critical of the team, but this is the way the team's been built the past 4 years. The changing of the coaching staff and the playing experience of the last couple of years. This team knows how to win tight games. Now you're going to have a coaching staff that's going to allow them to win blowout games, to where they have this experience of if things get tight, we know what to do. Now they're being allowed to play free. So, but if they do have to tighten up a bit, they know how to do it. They know how to get down in the mud and play those games. Now they're going to be able to go out there and play loose and free without the fear of having a mistake on offense. And I think we're going to see a lot of players jumpstart in this offense.
Let's get to those quarterbacks. Let's talk about quarterbacks, guys. I know that this has kind of been since day one. People were talking, is Aaron Rodgers coming back? What are we going to do? We're going to draft somebody. The drafts this year, quarterbacks ain't as good as we thought they were. We're going to get one next year. The conversation never stops. So we are going to dip a little bit into the quarterback position here briefly, guys. The conversation, Mike, over break that I did pick up was some fans were talking about the ghost injury, which was one of my very first opinions. I thought, if you want to make this happen, you can keep all four guys, and you can do it tactfully to where it's going to work out. At the end of the day, Mike, I think it ultimately comes down to this matchup that's going to be between Will Howard in between Mason Rudolph. Aaron Rodgers is not going nowhere. He's your starting quarterback, and Drew Aller is a guy that had to start over from day one playing the quarterback position. He's in no position, in my opinion, to make either one of those spots. So at the end of the day, if they don't figure something tactful out, and I don't think putting somebody on the practice squad is the answer, because again, you could lose that player. I honestly think, Mike, that the showdown, the competition comes down to Mason Rudolph, and it comes down to Will Howard. Now, the big conversation that I heard over the weekend was that the Arizona Cardinals, by signing, who did they sign? They signed Brissett, and they gave him a nice contract, $17 million, something like this. So that's pretty much out of the question. If people thought that possibly he could go down to Arizona, that's not going to happen. But at the end of the day, if I had to choose, I'm going with Will Howard for a couple reasons. At some point, you're going to have to let Mason Rudolph go.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to keep him around forever. He doesn't want, and even if he wants to be a backup, I don't know. But you're going to go with the youth. You're going to go with somebody who's making a little less money. And again, he has more room to improve. Where, again, Mason Rudolph, I mean, the guy's been a career-long backup. He's gone to Tennessee. It didn't work out good there. He came back. If I had to keep three quarterbacks, I would keep Aaron Rodgers. I would keep Will Howard, and I would keep Drew Aller. And again, Drew Aller is a deep third for me because again, the guy didn't know how to play quarterback as he came here. They had to strip him down and start all over. So I don't even think he's in the conversation. So at the end of the day, the big competition, and again, it's no secret, Rudolph and Howard is going to be what's talked about and what's observed and what's watched over these next few weeks. And at the end of the day, if I have to choose one, I'm taking the kid. And let's just say Aaron Rodgers goes down and you have to let the kid start a game. At some point, the kid's got to get his feet wet. I go with the young kid, a little less money, a little less experience, but at the end of the day, if he has to step in and he loses, that's no different than last year when Mason Rudolph stepped in because he lost as well. I go with the youth in this one, Mike, or again, maybe use the ghost injury perhaps to try to make it work. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to do that, I go with Aaron Rodgers, I go with Will Howard, and I go with Drew Aller.
And they're not going to use a ghost injury for Drew Aller because he's going to be out, and therefore he can literally not practice. Can't even work out on the side, and that's what you're going to want him to do is work out on the side, work out after practice, shit like that. So you're not going to throw away those weeks. You're not going to waste an IR reactivation on that. So it really is going to come down to Mason Rudolph and Will Howard, how well they perform. And a lot of fans got to get ready for it. Like if Mason Rudolph plays well and Will Howard plays bad, don't be surprised if Will Howard doesn't make the team or is traded. I think it's what everyone here is comfortable with. Like if we have to move on from Mason, move on. Let's go with the two guys. But a lot of fans have a lot of emotion tied up into Will Howard.
And Will Howard,
he's not a McCarthy guy.
He has not had one opportunity to prove himself yet. So if he comes out and he's on fire, you know what? They're going to grab onto that. And they're like, look, our dude is on fire. He's looking great. And guess what? Mason Rudolph has never been able to become beyond the second string quarterback. At the end of the day, I lean toward Will Howard. I just do. That's just my opinion. Call me crazy, but at the end of the day, if I have to keep three, Aaron starting, I'm keeping Will as my backup, and I'm keeping Drew as a project. He's obviously going to take a few years, but again, this is why they go to camp. This is what's going to be getting taken care of over these next 3 weeks.
Yeah, and not to jump ahead of the comments, but Somber's right. It's like just sick of talking about it. Let it play out. It's like I can't wait because man, it's going to be interesting to see how they play and then the reactions from everyone too. But just remember, I'm not expecting a lot out of Drew Aller at this game because they are tearing him down. He's a long-term project.
The guy doesn't
go out there drooling and throwing 1200.
That's a problem. The guy doesn't know how to play quarterback. You drafted him as a quarterback.
Hey, for having no quarter, he had a quarterback coach at Penn State, but not having any coaching at Penn State, it's not bad. Okay, not bad. It's not a bad lottery ticket.
The fact that he doesn't know how to play and they had to strip him down to nothing and start over, that's a problem. But that's just
he does have the arm strength, though. I'll give him that.
Oh, he better. He's played quarterback. So anyway, that's again. Besides, we'll learn more about him as time goes on. I'm not too confident on Drew right now, but again, I think it's way too early to throw him away. Obviously, you used the 3rd round pick. You have to keep him around, see what he got. So again, that's where I'm at with the quarterback situation, Mike. Even the dummy. I'm sorry, I'm not the dummy. The genius here in Pittsburgh, the whatever the hell he calls himself. He even changed his tune. Like he's now on the Will Howard bandwagon when he was anti-Will Howard.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Yeah, it was all you got to keep the.
He's a nutsack.
Hey, you got to change your opinion when the opinion of everyone else changes.
Yeah,
you got to keep in mind. But I have no problem if they keep Mason, and I have no problem if they keep Will Howard as long as it makes sense for what your goals are as an organization and as a team. I have no problem with it. I just make it just better make sense whatever decision they make.
Absolutely. I think everybody could agree with that. Mike, let's stay on the quarterbacks here for a couple of minutes. Josiah Trotter. Josiah Trotter. I like this. I wanted to bring this up. He's talking, Mike, already talking shit on Aaron Rodgers, of course. Tampa Bay, young guy. His dad was Jeremiah Trotter. He grew up on the other side of the state. Went to St. Joe's Preparatory High School. Josiah Trotter, Mike, he makes the comment, I'm going to pick Aaron Rodgers off. And not only am I going to pick him off, I'm going to make him sign the ball. Did I pull up?
Well,
You know,
Mike, is it just
well,
me? Or,
Mr. Trotter, you're gonna finish dead last in your division, or at least second to last in your division.
well, here's my thing, Mike. Isn't doing something like this to a guy like Aaron Rodgers, isn't this guaranteed? Aaron goes down and rips them up when we do play Tampa Bay. I'm hoping so, at least.
I hope so too. I as a fan, I love the bravado. I love it. This is your competitors. I love it. None of this. Oh man, I'm so happy to play against them. Fuck that shit. I like this right here.
I agree.
I respect it. But my God, dude,
I can't. I
you
can see
don't
it
want to
now.
be talking shit this early in the season. Because what if you go down before the game?
Bro, hasn't even played an NFL game yet.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see it now. I could
Yeah,
see
it's-
Aaron Rodgers post game smile after the question is asked about Trotter's comment.
That's what I'm saying. It just has a nightmare written all over it for Tampa's
Yep.
defense. But again, I like Tampa. I think they've been building they've been doing work on that squad. So again, that's a game I'm looking forward to this season. Let me grab some more messages here on the board, guys. I don't want to get too far behind. Let's go to Mark. Mark Malone says this for sure will. But Porter will be tested way more if he isn't traded. Corey, don't drink that, said, I honestly blame a lot of the secondary woes on our defensive line. When Ramsey has to play the line because we can't stop the run, that leaves us open to get hurt with the play action. We had definite tackling issues, absolutely. And again, we had the league's leading missed tackler. Of course, Patrick Queen. That has to improve, Mike. You can't have your middle linebacker being the guy that leads the league. Not the team, not the division, not the conference. Mike, he had more missed tackles than anybody in the league. That's a problem.
That is a big problem, a huge problem.
Can you imagine if Ray Lewis would have led the league in
Right?
missed tackles? It just you got to be able to tackle in the middle of the field. You got to if as an inside
Yeah.
linebacker.
Yeah, you you got to make the plays. You know, and you can't constantly overrun the plays. You know, it's tackling, dude. You know how to tackle. We've seen you make tackles. We've seen you play solid games. Do it consistently.
That's why I like the new defensive coordinator or linebacker coach. One of them. They talk about tackling is 101, just saying that's what they're going to do. They're going to teach him and for example of Queen, basically. That I hope that brings for his game.
You know what? Again, some of the issues that we had problems with in the past, they may be fixed. Again, different coordinators, different coaches, different system. You know, so again, a lot to learn about our Steelers. You know, some people like that, some people don't like that. But at the end of the day, I like the change, and again, I embrace it, and I'm ready to learn about this team moving forward, as you do every year, obviously, with your squad. Diesel says, "Damn." Sash says this important to this topic. Muth was by far statistically the best catcher on the team when used, he says. Cody also says this: what did they rate Jonnu Smith? I don't, you know what, to be honest, I don't know, but I would assume that it's not great. And if it is, if it's better than I assume, I apologize, but I just did not see anything in Jonnu Smith that I like. And Mike, you know, all you had to do was catch the ball and make some plays. The dude didn't make plays
at all.
And
when he caught the ball, he was running in.
He was Deontay Johnson.
No. Deontay Johnson at least had speed and fluidity. He had none of that. He was running in molasses. It was a sad sight to see.
It was rough.
Running behind the line.
It was all way too rough, man. Let's go to Diesel. Diesel says if our offense sucks, it's all Rodgers' fault. Followed up by saying we should have an awesome. You know what? And again, at the end of the day, Diesel, I think that he's the best situation that we had this year. I mean, if you were going to go outside and try to get somebody, where would you have gone? As of right now, this seems to be what the Steelers have to do at quarterback, like it or not. I think he gives us the best opportunity to win football games at this point. And again, that's rough because he will be 43, 44 during this season. So that's not encouraging. Let's go to Sauce. Savage was cut 2 times last season. Come on now. I have heavy doubts, as do I.
He's more of a backup.
But I mean, I think he's going back to what we were talking about as Savage. You know, couldn't he play backup because Deshaun Elliott and Brisker? It's thin. Beyond that, what all do you really have back there? So,
right.
Can Savage step in and do the job? We don't know. Let's continue. Let's go right here. Mark Malone. Or I'm sorry, Tyrone. Mark, how about sorry about Queen? Dean stay healthy and Eccles not get torched by Christian Kirk. Is Eccles still on our team?
Yeah,
Is he okay?
Yeah.
I tend to forget about Eccles sometimes.
he's the backup nickel.
Okay.
He made some plays last year.
I know he made plays. Let's go here. Cody says, but put Dalen Everett at safety every now and then.
Eh.
Diesel says, talk about babies. Myles Garrett. Mark Malone says they got everybody signed they needed to besides Benton.
Tortilla won.
Ortiz head just blew clean off his shoulders. All right, here we go. Let's go to Tortilla. I'm sorry. Tyrone. Tyrone's head blew off his shoulders, and Thorpe was laughing at Tortilla's message, which, you know what, is really funny. He says, show us your tits.
Mike doesn't want to see that.
Let's go forward. Let's go
Neither
here.
just chat.
Still loyal is always great seeing you, my man. I was worried about you. Something happened on Steel over the break was sending some memes and videos to our Instagram, and then like his whole account got like wiped out. I don't know what that was.
Oh no.
Well, I hope everything's all right because it's back now, but his whole account just like shut down on
He might have got shadow banned.
I was concerned, but it's back to normal, so hopefully things are okay there. Cody says next year when we get rid of DK, JPJ will take his money. Tortilla says this: if someone wants to smoke a bunch of crack, we can replace Mark Malone too. Let's go right here. Let's go to Diesel. He says that Packers team beat us. Yeah, they sure did, man.
They beat the crap out of us.
Maybe we could give I don't know. Steelmatic says the Bungles.
In prime time.
Maybe we could give them Rashard Mendenhall since we're going way back, and we're going to give Green Bay Mendenhall. Mark Maloney says it's not going to happen. I'm not sharing my crack.
That's not nice. You know, sharing is caring.
That's right.
Speaking of Mark Malone, I was at work the other day. We had a bunch of boxes of the paint Krylon come through, and I immediately thought of Mark Malone.
Absolutely.
I was ready to crack them open, start huffing them, and start running up and down the production belt talking about the Steelers and trading JPJ.
You know what? I can't argue. I wouldn't say that it would be any different for myself. Let's go here to Mark Malone. Oh, wait a minute. Something moved right here. Let me just scoot up. I had a feeling you was on it, Ty says. Also, right here, Steelmatic says preseason 3 weeks. I tell you what, preseason, I'm sorry, Steelmatic, 17 days. Less than 3 weeks, if you could even believe that, guys.
I potentially plan on going to that first game.
Are you going to the opening kickoff or the opening preseason game?
Potentially, yes.
Guys, the numbers look like this. 48 days till we kick off right here in Pittsburgh against the Falcons to start the season. 17 days till the preseason game also at home. And again, all 3 preseason games are nationally televised. So we do know that, Mike, even P from the board all the way in Japan, and even Sosh all the way in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And even that the weird little one, Tater, up in Ireland, even he, Mike, should be able to watch this. They're national, but you know what? That means other countries are going to be able to watch these games as well, you would think. Guys, it's coming up right around the corner. 17 days until we play Green Bay here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
48 days until we play Atlanta. So
it's so close. So close. I want to thank the Pittsburgh Pirates for getting us this far.
Pittsburgh Pirates, yes. Mike, as of course they were heading into the All-Star break when we leave, they still sit 1 game out of the wild card spot. So again, we mentioned the Pirates. There you go. Let's continue. Let's talk some Steelers. Let's go here to Mark Malone. He says this: I smoke with Mr. Bigums. I smoke with Mr. Bigums. Let's go to Steelmatic. Who starts preseason, Howard or Drew? I say Howard. Or Mason Rudolph.
Or Rudolph, yeah. It's between Howard and Rudolph. Definitely, Drew isn't ready.
I don't think Drew's ready to start. The guy's really listen. They tore him down at the beginning of the early camps, and then the early camps are short. They're done. I just don't know if Drew's prepared to start. And it is preseason, so you know, point taken. Maybe
might get a
good
chance.
start. I tend to think that Will Howard's going to get the head there. He's going to get the call if it's down to them too, for sure.
Yeah, I think Drew will get a lot of fourth quarter action with the guys that are at the bottom end of the roster. I think that's where we're going to see Drew just to get reps in and stuff like that. And Mason and Will are going to be your guys that are going to for QB2. Yeah,
That's the
I think
competition,
Will Howard's
Mike.
going to get the bulk of it, and Mason will get like the first.
I agree
quarter.
because we already
Yeah.
know what Mason can do. Even if the new coaches don't, again, he's a veteran. People know
Yeah.
what he's got. You want to see Will. You want to see what the kid learned, what he could do. He missed the whole entire season, like his rookie year, not getting an opportunity to watch him. I think people want to see Will Howard, us included, fans and coaches. So again, Aaron Rodgers obviously getting the nod. Drew Aller for me he's at the end of the road. I'm not bad mouthing. I'm just saying that's where he is in his process.
Oh yeah.
So this whole thing, the whole quarterback conversation about camp is Mason Rudolph and Will Howard. And I think again at the end of the day, Will should get more opportunity, more time, more snaps, more plays because we've never seen him. He's never had a chance to prove himself. And of course, we do know what Mason does bring to the table. So to answer the question on that one, I do think that is a Will Howard. Whether it's the start, whether it's not, I just think that he gets the most work. Let's go here to Tortilla. He says Mark knows the Moose Man. He knows the Moose Man. Let's go to Cody. JPJ hasn't lit up an NFL touchdown. Roman Wilson had touchdowns on him in college, though.
Ooh.
Shaking my head. Cody. Tyrone says, of course, we knew that was coming. Tortilla says that's because Penn State was freaky and Michigan was cheating.
I mean, he's not. Tortilla is not wrong.
No. On both of them. Let's go here. Tyrone says Mike 100. Let's go to 007, my man. What's up, bro? Great seeing you. Hope you're having a good summer, man. I know you're ready for camp. 007 says this. Why do you suppose the front office didn't do more to keep Kenneth Gainwell? Was it the money? Did he want to be the featured back? Couldn't he be the featured back in Pittsburgh? Are we that committed?
That's
Mike,
a good question.
That is a very good question. Mike, why don't you take it?
Like Kenny G, I think someone answered it too. Like he got more money from
More value.
Gambler than we were willing to offer. We got Rico cheaper, and I don't know if they see Jalen as the number one guy. So I think Rico could be that number one guy, and Jalen's going to be that 1B type of guy. I think it's going to be a good thing right there.
Then there's Caleb Johnson, who fumbles footballs on kickoff returns.
Yeah, Caleb Johnson. That's another person I just keep forgetting about. What the hell's going to happen with him? What's going to happen with Caleb? I mean, is he going to? Maybe he could work his way. I don't know. That's a good question. Back to 00. I mean, 3 years in a row. I mean, it's three different partners for Jalen Warren. I mean, it was Najee 3 years ago. Last year it was Kenny, and this year, of course, with Rico. So again, I'm not quite sure the strategy. Have they not found anybody they want to keep more permanently for that spot? I don't know. I'm not real sure. But again, new coaches, new systems, new ways. We will find answers out to that real soon, I do believe. Let's go to Diesel. Diesel say this. He says that I think Tampa offered him more. Okay,
yeah,
that could very well be it. Tyrone says Gainwell wanted to be on the Bucks and Rico was cheaper. Hey, I'll take it. Let's go here to Lamar Wilder. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the terrible board. Lamar says, can Herbig play some inside linebacker? I mean, I would assume that he's a great athlete. Pretty good athlete. He probably could, but will they
put him there? Yeah.
I'm not sure, Mike.
Yeah, he played what inside? I think he played inside backer in college. He has lined up there occasionally the past couple of years, more or less to blitz from that position. But I don't think they're going to have him in there playing actual inside backer. I can see a handful of snaps a game, him lining up inside, blitzing, dropping into coverage, stuff like that, but not as a permanent type fixture to replace one of the other two guys.
Yeah, I mean, the kid's an athlete. There's no two ways about it. If there's anybody that I would try to do things like that, I think he could be a perfect person where, this is something that people wanted TJ to do. They wanted him to move around more. And even last year going into the season, this was something that was said that they were going to do more, and they didn't. I think possible, 2 times, maybe 3 or 4 times they did move him around. I think Herbig would certainly be, and of course, being younger, his youth, his athleticism, he could be somebody that you could certainly work around in the middle. And as Mike says, in different situations, he is in the middle. But I think that he could. I don't see why not. But at the end of the day, I don't love our inside linebacking core. I just don't. I don't think it's strong. I think Queen led the league in missed tackles. I think Peyton Wilson, as athletic as he is, I just don't know if he's him either. In the middle, again, behind him, you have somebody who's been injury prone with Cole Holcomb pretty much his whole career up until last year.
Yeah.
This is another linebacker, and then Malik Harrison, somebody who, he's lucky probably to see the field a lot of the time. Yeah. So I don't love our inside linebacker room. So I don't know, maybe if it comes down to it, we could possibly see that happen. But with the luxury that we have right now, Derpy, of having those three those three edge outside linebackers. Maybe this could be the year that you could see something like that. Maybe a little bit of experimenting, different coordinators, different coach. Who knows what the hell we're going to see, Derps.
I mean, Herbert definitely has the explosiveness.
He's a fire. He's Hawaiian. Dude's from Hawaii. I would draft my whole team from Hawaii if I could.
I mean, we have a Hall of Famer, so.
Yeah, sure do. Diesel says this, but not giving up touchdowns is way more important. Also, he says, hope all goes well. God bless. I'll catch y'all later. My man, Diesel,
All
great
right,
seeing
Diesel.
you, dude. He says, go Steelers for show. Getting that for show. Great seeing you, bro.
Yes.
Thank you. Tortilla should have came on that hat. Should have came on that hat. Let's go here. Cody says it works 99% of the time, 25% of the time.
No, just like Sex Panther cologne.
Say what?
Speaking of CJ Stroud,
Sex Panther cologne.
From Anchorman.
Oh, okay.
Works 60% of the time, 100% of the time.
Gotcha.
speaking of CJ Stroud, did you hear about that potential trade rumor?
Possibly, maybe. What was it?
Basically, trading for CJ Stroud if he doesn't do well.
Yeah. I see that's about the third quarterback I've seen this offseason where they started doing this. And again, I would take Baker Mayfield in a minute. And again,
I would take Baker Mayfield
until about a year and a half ago, I would have taken CJ Stroud in a minute. I think his stock is dropping. So we will continue to see. And again, he certainly, yes, that's been a rumor. And we don't know. We don't know who our starting quarterback will be in 2027 to kick off the year. We have no clue. And you know what? I don't know if there's any way to even to figure it out at this point. There's so many different possibilities. There truly, honestly is. Let's continue here. Let's go to considering CJ Stroud looked like Eddie Mush. Our offense sucked that game. Make him go sit in the bathroom. Sit in the bathroom. Let's go to Steel Loyal. Just got back. Do what with four guys? Let's continue down. My man, always great seeing you. Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard can play quarterback. Steel Loyal is saying also Tortilla hat is crusty. Ryan likes him black and musky. He's a demon. Why you think they call his swimmer semen? I like that. I like it.
Got bars.
A lot of times,
Should I like that? I don't know, but I do. Somber says, I'm so sick of
Mike, it's so funny.
Somber says, so sick of talking about it. I just want to see it play. And you know what, bro? We're this close. This is the eve. This is Christmas Eve for us here, guys. It is Christmas Eve for us, as, of course, the Steelers will start showing up tonight into tomorrow. And then, of course, it will go tomorrow. The first official practice will be Wednesday at 11, Thursday at 11, Friday at 11, Saturday at 11. They'll be off Sunday. They'll be back Monday, 1 week from today, with pads on. That's right. The pads will be popping 1 week from today. Guys, beyond that, it's going to be 11 o'clock starts for camp for that week. Monday, Tuesday, day off. Wednesday, Thursday, they'll be back at it. Friday, they'll be back at it. And then Saturday, it will be the 6 o'clock start for the Saturday Night Lights. It was changed this year. Mike Tomlin ran with the Friday Night Lights for years and years. Derpy used to go down every year. For this, it has changed. 6 o'clock start that Saturday practice. Then beyond that, it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Saturday. And then it falls into the first preseason game, and then just 2 practices after that at camp, and then back to the South Side to start getting ready for the second preseason game is how it looks at the moment. I know Chris is on his way. Chris on the board, Mike, from South Florida. He was in Hawaii with his wife for the past couple weeks on his way to camp. I got to be honest with you. I like this guy's schedule. Whatever he's doing, sign me up. I would love to be right there. Again, 2 weeks in Hawaii, week number 3 in Steeler training camp. It doesn't get better than that. It does not get better than that.
It does not. No. That is like the perfect end to summer right there.
It really is. And the kids go back to school. It doesn't get better. Come on. Let's go right here. Let's go to Steel Auto. Actually, Rico Dowdle played quarterback in high school. Somber says Mason's a fucking bum now, and I agree. I'm not done with Mason. I mean, he didn't do anything to make me feel that way. It's just kind of, he's just
He gives you a heart attack every time he's on the field.
What's the word I'm looking for? Just like I don't know. I'm ready. I have no fight for Mason Rudolph. I just don't. I have none. Let's go right here. Cody says this, guys. He says either way, don't let Mason or Aaron Rodgers play in the preseason? Do you think Aaron Rodgers plays any snaps? Mike, remember, he didn't play a single snap in preseason last year under last year's coaching staff. Does he play at least a snap, guys, in preseason this year?
Maybe. Because the line, just to get used to it.
I think he does,
but I don't
just a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't think overall he won't even get to the first quarter.
That's just interesting because, again, we didn't say that. It's the first time I've seen this. I mean, we usually, whether it be a series, whether it be a few plays, you usually see at some point your starting quarterback. I've never seen us not use our starting quarterback. I've seen other teams do it. It was just real bizarre, and certainly had to get used to seeing that. Let's go right here to Tortilla. Yeah, I have PTSD. My brain makes me ignore this conversation. Let's go right here to Tyrone. Tyrone says, this Mason sucks. Somber junked by Samuel fucking Darnold. Or juked by Samuel, I'm sorry, fucking Darnold. Let's go Cody. Cody says, well, it's hard for Patrick Queen to tackle somebody when Keanu Benton is getting pushed back into them. Let's go right Let's go to Tortilla. Tortilla says Patrick Queen was told to make tackles for a loss, and his dumbass thought he meant to lose the game. Tortilla, he's informed, baby. He's ready. I could tell. I could feel he's ready for camp. I just can by his comments. Let's go here to Yinzer Joe. Yinzer Joe, my man, says, I'm more worried about the Herbig stepping up into the big contract he got. You know what? It's a good concern.
Mm-hmm.
Mike. I mean,
obviously, what happened with it, and ever since he got the contract, he's declined immediately.
I mean, that's a concern for sure. I mean, that's a risk you take every time you pay out a contract, though. So, again, what are we going to do? Just never ever pay anybody anything? So at some point there is risk with everything. So I don't disagree with you, Joe. But what can we do?
And going into it is, the more we see of him, are we going to get a less bang for the buck too? That can be a concern. But every time he's been out there, he's made plays. I had no problem giving that money. It's just let's see what he can do as a full-time starter.
Let's go here to Tyrone. He says, Watt, DKJ, Ram, PQ got to play well with the money they get those guys. I'm worried. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're right. We're talking about JPJ. Does he deserve this money or doesn't he? When we were paying guys, obviously, that lead the league in missed tackles. We have guys that are doing this. We have guys that are doing that. We have TJ Watt that's not living up to his standards. So at the end of the day, I always that's why I agree with you, Ty, on the JPJ thing. Yinzer Joe says also JPJ if he gets signed too. Let's go here to Steel Loyal. I switched to professional mode, so it locked my. Okay, I was concerned. I went in there to do some things, and it was totally wiped. I mean, your picture was there, but it said account not here anymore or account something. So I was worried. I'm glad to see that's okay. Kevin says it's a make or break year for Peyton Wilson and PQ. In my opinion, I agree. Again, I don't love our inside linebacker room. I don't love it. 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 Let's go right here. Tyrone says, this Porter the last person I'm worried about on this team. Cody says, Steele got hacked by the Asians. They run the casino. Jesus Christ. Fucking Asians. Let's go here.
I just love the way you say fucking Asians. What the hell do they do?
Motherfuckers. Let's go right here.
That reminds me of a Bill Burr skit. He's like, man, black guys' insults are great. Because they go, motherfucking Asians. They don't go, this motherfucker, or this Asian motherfucker. The way white people make it
the way we put the word fuck in front of it, or motherfucker.
Yeah. And that's what that just reminded me of.
Yeah. No, I that was actually really good stand-up, actually. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep. Let's go. Sayer Somber says, Mason could get 1/2 out of all 3 games. I want to see Will and Drew. Absolutely. And again, at the end, yes. I'm not even going to try to break that down, just yes. Kevin says, give him Bam Morris if we're going back. You know what? Bam wasn't bad. Bam was, I mean, he had the cocaine issues there at the end, but at the end of the day, he was a very good running back for us. Matter of fact, a team an offense that shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl, he was the running back. They were good enough. So let's go. The defense was plenty good to be in the Super Bowl. Tyrone says Mason can hand guys water. He can hand guys water. Let's go to Tortilla. JPJ learned illegal touching from Penn State. I don't know where that's wrong either, Mike. Guys they're right on. They're on.
No comment.
All right, let's go here.
No comment.
Somber says he'll be running back.
I will say, have you noticed the illegal touching?
the further he gets removed from Penn State has gone down. Just saying.
Interesting. That's true. That is true. Tyrone, I'm sorry, Somber says he'll be running back 3. I hope running back 3. I think the guys are talking about Caleb, of course. Somber says Rico is good. At least one injury a season. KJ will get some snaps. I'd put money on it. I hope Wilson takes that job. I just hope somebody does. But I don't love the inside linebacker room. I just don't. It worries me. It worries me. Let's go here. Cody, defensive line made our middle linebackers look bad.
Yeah.
Into Joe says I'm tired of just tired of the defensive line or the secondary taking days off. One day it's a secondary, then the next day it's a defensive line giving up big plays. It has been one way or the other every year.
Yep.
Tyrone says I'm good. I want a franchise quarterback. Also, Tyrone says Tomlin gone. Defense should be better. Wild Herb Ways. I do want to say welcome back.
From that we haven't heard in a while.
Absolutely. Once you get close to Steelers season, baby, you start to see, I do want to say welcome back, Wild Herb Ways. Great seeing you. Wild Herb says Big NFL has DK Metcalf attacking fans in Latrobe. The dark hand of Tomlin's black gold has sabotage written all over it. Season over. I'm not real sure what's being said here, Herb Wild. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm half retarded, which is possible. Mike, what's being said here?
I'm trying. Shit, I lost the comment.
Yeah.
There we go.
And let me read it aloud. Big NFL has DK Metcalf attacking fans in Latrobe. The dark hand of Tomlin's black gold has sabotage written all over its season. I'm not real sure what's being said. I
don't know either.
I think the NFL has scripted that DK Metcalf has to beat up fans, and that Mike Tomlin is a wizard of the dark arts and is going to sabotage the Steelers. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh,
that's a pretty good guess.
Well, maybe.
I'm guessing.
It's a pretty good guess.
Well, maybe that's possible. But
it's been a while since we've had Wild Herb on. I remember his posts were always good. You had to think about them. But I'm trying to think.
But I think we're okay because Father Max
Wild Herb always brings it for sure. That's why I like her or him. I do know Wild Herb Ways. I'm not sure, but maybe we're dabbling in black magic. I don't know. However, you never know. I'm a conspiracy theory guy. I think that there's a lot of things going on in this world that maybe other people don't. That's just a weakness of mine. I think
we're okay though, Ryan, because Father Max blessed the practice field.
He did. That is true. I seen it. I did see it. Let's also go right here to Chris. He says, I can't wait to see who they list as nose tackle and slot wide receiver on the first depth chart. Absolutely.
Yep.
Could it be YA? Could it be Keanu? Who knows on defense? And then again, the slot wide receiver. There's a battle, like it or not. We're going to see if it's the rookie or the ugly brother. The ugly brother, Mike, is of course what Steve Smith referred to as the ugly baby, the ugly baby to Roman Wilson, of course. Hey, I don't think the guy's ugly. What's going on? Let's go right here to Kevin. Kevin says, can't wait to see the NASCAR packages with TJ and Alex all at once, baby. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see. Somber says, Cody trying to make an argument for PQ because he's from LSU. Laugh my ass off. He's ass, bro. Tyrone getting the laugh out of that. Let's go here to Yinzer Joe. Yinzer Joe says, I really don't think Tomlin was the issue. Austin had the defense and the players have to play. We're going to find out the hard way when we have the same amount of wins and losses and we chase Tomlin out. That's a good point. What do we do? What's the next move? What's the at least with the move before, fire the head coach. That's the problem. But if we come out and have the same exact team, the same exact results, who knows? We're gonna find all that out, guys. And you know what? Luckily, it all starts this week.
The crazy part about that, Brian, is that we got him for 4 more years.
Yeah, he is here for 4 more. Absolutely, he's on a 5-year total contract. So we will see. Somber says, "Oh my God, shut the fuck up about Tomlin." Also, right here, he said he's gone. We're moving on. Tyrone says, laugh my ass off for real. They all was the problem. Cody, the Asians work with Dale Denton. That's right. They are working with Dale Denton, of course, referring to Pineapple Express, the movie. Yinzer Joe says, I think Mason will be moved regardless. We already know who he is. We save money getting him out and getting younger with Howard and Aller. Besides, the season is over if we lose Roy. Yes, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I do agree with what you're saying. And I agree that I have to open up the windows in my studio. They've not been open for 11 days. And now that I opened them and then closed them again, things are in and I can't get them out. So I apologize. Let's go here to Derpy. Is that a Georgia shirt? Derpy, that is not a Georgia shirt. That's his local high school where he was his alma mater, Derpy, correct?
Yes, sir. Tonight's first day of pads. Couple weeks till the first game. So
nice. That won't be long now. I do have some interesting, fun stuff. As a matter of fact, a couple more comments is going to kind of wrap this all together. Just let me continue. We'll see what I'm saying here in a second. Tyrone says, this Derpy's at a Georgia shirt. It is not Cody. I'd rather have our middle linebackers than our safeties. Tortilla says, that sounds like some Harry Potter shit. Mike Tomlin and the Prisoner of Aliquippa. Guys, I do have interesting stuff about Aliquippa, guys. Of course,
they're so good. I can't deny it. They're so good.
Hall of Fame high. No high school has more Hall of Famers in the NFL than this little mill town called Aliquippa, guys. I do have more coming up this week. We're going to have fun with this. Amongst other things, Mike, I have some plans this week for you guys. I think you're going to love it. Let's go right here. Cody, let's go. Tyrone, Bernard, wide receiver 3. Magnum stage, JPJ goes. What Mark Malone is saying. Ty says, Mark, hop off Porter's nuts. Tortilla says Mason uses tiny condoms. And finally, Tyrone says you was a shit QB. I can't believe we caught up to the board. I'm actually feeling kind of good about ourselves being able to do that. It's not always easy, but again, thank you for keeping them coming all show, guys. Lots of stuff not coming, Mike, not like coming, you know.
Whoa.
But we do, Mike. I have a lot of stuff lined up for us this week. Again, I think you guys are going to enjoy the show. And you know what? What better time to enjoy the show than this week? Getting ready to get this thing started, getting this campaign started. Camp started, Mike. They're showing up tonight. They're showing up tomorrow. Camp gets started officially on Wednesday. Pads get officially on Monday. We are 17 days away from the first preseason game at home against the Green Bay Packers, and only 48 days away from the kickoff to open the season here at home against the Atlanta Falcons, guys. It is all right here. We waited all year. We made it this far, guys. We're going to get there. It's happening. This is Christmas Eve, Mike, as camp is we're on the doorstep of camp right now. I can't even believe it.
You can smell it. I smell football in the air.
Smell it. Smell it.
Smell your hat too. But I think Somber, he's the one who said, you've seen the videos of other teams' training camp starting already.
Yeah.
How can you not be excited? I want to thank the squirrels and the chipmunks and the groundhogs out in the yard, for putting on padded practices all last week for me to help me get through. And they're now being released back into the wild. Do not send PETA after me.
All right. A couple of things, guys. I guess we still have a few. I do know this. Derpy, I listen. I need to. Derpy wants. He has a project. Listen, and he has work, guys. He created a segment for the show, and I think we're going to do it. But Derpy, I just need your commitment. I can't continue on with this segment. I need you here. Right. So if you could commit to me, I'll commit to your segment, and we will do this. But again, it's going to be hard to start it, and if I can't continue it. So, if that's okay with you, I'm more than willing to jump into the segment.
I'm down.
Okay, so what Derby wants to do, he wants to kind of talk about divisions, Mike. I think we could do that here with this as we're running third of the show. This is a good time. He wants to go through the divisions, and basically, what do you want to talk about, Derby? How do you want to? I know you want to break it down by divisions and eventually get through 8 divisions. Steelers are the AFC North being last. So you want to take a division and possibly talk a little bit about what's going on and how the division might play out.
Basically, yeah.
All right, so what you want to do? You want to start it in the NFC? Let's do this, guys. Derpy again.
NFC, yeah.
Derpy, it's a great idea. Again, I get on him, but I love it. Cody, exactly. Smell it like God's vagina. Another Pineapple Express. So Derpy, let's start with the NFC West, because I'm going to go here because, of course, Tater Tard likes the San Francisco 49ers this year, and it's pretty much the furthest away that we have from our division. Let's start in this division. I'm going to go first. My thoughts on the NFC North, I think Seattle should have the inside track on this division, Derpy, because, again, they were good enough to go to the Super Bowl and win.
Yeah.
But you got to watch San Francisco. That's a good football team. Seattle, San Francisco. Who's and Arizona? Who's the fourth team? The Rams. And the Rams.
Rams.
Come on,
Yeah,
a lot of people are picking the Rams to win the Super Bowl this year. So at the end of the day, in the NFC West, I don't even know who to like. There's 3 good teams I
Right.
think that are potentially division winners. The only team not being would be Arizona.
yeah.
What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the NFC West, Darby?
I like the moves that the Rams made. Um, I love the experience of Stafford still. Obviously Puka Nakua. I don't like much of the Seahawks because they lost a lot defensively.
And you know what?
Arizona
The Rams,
Arizona's Arizona, and 49ers, can they be consistent?
that's the question about San Fran being consistent, because at the end of the day, the Rams probably should have been the team last year, but they shit the bed in the playoffs. A lot of teams expected Matt Stafford to get the team to the Super Bowl, but it didn't happen. It ended up being Seattle also from the division. So again, Derpy, I think 1, 2, and 3, it's a toss up. I don't know who's going to win the NFC West. Mike, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. I like Arizona, their ass.
They're terrible.
They draft a wide receiver from Ohio State who can't get open and catch a ball. They're the only team to do that.
Yeah.
San Fran, we don't know if their coach is alive or dead, can see out of an eye, has both eyes. We don't know what's going on there. The interim coach is a cokehead, which might actually work out in their favor. So it comes down to Seattle and LA. And you guys kind of hit the nail on the head. Seattle lost a lot of key pieces, but I thought they had a really good draft. And they plugged their holes. And then the Rams, their GM said, fuck them picks. We're going all in, which they did. I know there's talks about Aaron Donald maybe coming back out of retirement. The guy hasn't played football in 3 years. Yes, he stays in great shape, but there's in great shape and then there's football shape. But they went out and got Myles Garrett. Like, I love what the Rams did. But it feels like this is like a type of team that you put together and they're going to fall short, kind of like they did last year, because that team was damn good last year. That seems to be a McVay type thing. Yeah, they won the Super Bowl, but they fall short a lot.
I know.
And but will this be the year they get over the hump again? They have the talent. They have guys there who've won it before. But is there going to be too much pressure on them? Can they live up to the preseason hype? I think it is going to be them coming out of the West, but it wouldn't surprise me if Seattle wins that division as well. It's going to come down to the wire between those two teams.
I agree.
It's going to be a good. Listen, it's the NFC West is a good division. Luckily for us, we get the NFC South along with the AFC South, so that plays to our advantage. I don't want to be playing the NFC West this year. I just don't. We're kind of new coach. We kind of have Aaron doing his last year walk off. I like getting the South divisions. I like playing the Saints. I like playing the Panthers. I like playing the Falcons, and I like playing Tampa Bay when it comes to the NFC this year. So I'm happy with not playing the NFC West. I think there's some of the stronger teams, obviously, out of that division. And again, I think that it's a toss-up. If San Francisco could play consistent football, maybe they run with the Rams, maybe they run with Seattle. But for right now, the front runners have to be the two teams, the team that everybody's picking, the Rams, and then also the team that just won the Super Bowl, Derpy, in the NFC West. So for my conclusion, I don't think that it's any question in my mind that the Cardinals are going to be in last place.
Yeah.
It's probably, listen, my prediction right now for the division, I'm going to say the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and then the Cardinals. That is how I think the NFC West will look when it's all said and done. Mike, when the dust settles, how will the NFC West look to you?
Rams, Seahawks,
Yep.
and then 49ers, and then the Cardinals.
I feel the same way.
So I think we all agree on that, guys. But listen, I do like doing this segment. And again, Derpy, I do hope that you continue to do it with us. We will continue to go through all the divisions. Again, I appreciate your hard work that you do put into it. And again, thank you for everything that you do as well. Let's grab a couple more messages here, guys, as we are rounding third on the show. Unfortunately, KFC West is what Tortilla's saying. KFC West. Somber says, I think Carson Beck starts by week 7. And Tyrone says, I can see that, but can Carson Beck see that? Can Carson Beck actually see that is the question.
Who's Beck on anyways? Cardinals?
Beck is a Cardinal, isn't he, Mike?
Yeah, he's Cardinal.
Yeah, Cardinals. JSN, you know
We
what?
don't
This
have a
does,
line that could protect him.
they just got it's a disaster. I
It's
wouldn't want to go to.
terrible.
I wouldn't want to
I
go to
saw some of their
Arizona.
practice footage, and like they took a running back in the first round, and they're like, "Welcome to the Ashton Genty experience." He got the ball and literally took half a step, and 3 defenders were already there. They're like, "My God, their offensive line's trash," even in a
It's so
walkthrough.
bad.
There's just some teams that can't get right. There just is some teams that can't get right. It's been that way my whole life, with the exception of like 2 seasons for the Cardinals, and obviously we had to put them back in their place back in 09. So let's go right here. I like these comments because this person is growing on me like mold, like fungus. Guys, I didn't like him. I like him now. Somber JSN, of course, Derpy's guy, and also Ty from Ohio State. Jackson Smith the Jigba is really something in the NFL. 99 on Madden 27, which we kind of laugh about sometimes with the Madden numbers. But at the end of the day, JSN, what he's been able to do in Seattle, nothing short of amazing. Possibly the best wide receiver in the league last year. As some were saying, that fucker, that's kind of where I was. But he's growing on me again, like a mold. But at the end of the day, I'm starting to like the guy.
He's a damn good receiver. He's arguably in like that top tier of like.
I agree.
When we did the rankings, man, you can make a legit argument can be made for JSN being the best receiver in the league.
I agree, and I didn't want, but you know what? He's growing on me. I like him. Good for him. Let's see him do better.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite receivers coming out of Ohio State in the last couple of years. He's a damn good ball player.
Interesting.
Didn't we have a chance to draft him?
I think we did pass him that particular year. Unfortunately,
we took Broderick Jones, baby.
Oh yeah,
Heck
Broderick.
yeah.
He's looking like he's going to be on the PUP list. Again, lots going on. We'll see. Let's go right here to JSN's a beast, is what Ty is saying. I know, and I hate it, Somber. That's kind of where I'm at Somber. I hated it, but again, I think I'm liking it now. I don't know. Let's go right here. Tyrone says, why? Let's go to Tortilla. Asian Rudolph has 99 driving.
Jesus Christ.
The driving.
We like to apologize to our Asian viewers today.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was your turn to be made fun of.
Hey, everybody gets a spot in the line. Let's go right here. Let's go to Somber. He says, I won a top 5 wide receiver. LOL, I'm jealous. Hey, who knows? Let's see what we get this year. Tyrone says, yeah, me too, bro. Got DK, though, top 20, but paid 6th in NFL. Shaking my head. Somber says, yeah, I saw that clip. JSN top 3. I think easy after what we've seen from him last year. I'd say easy top 3 for sure. Can't get right. You picked up on that reference. Tyrone, he says this, yeah, we took Jones. Oh my God, that's even worse. Could you imagine if Jackson Smith and Jigba was on our team and Broderick Jones was over in Seattle? How things would be right now.
The magic of hindsight, baby. The magic of hindsight.
The magic of hindsight.
I mean, if we had him, maybe we'd see some playoff results.
Dude, if hey, if we had a time machine and if I can draft a class 4 years after everyone developed and didn't get hurt and everything, I'd be the greatest GM of all time.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, we took Jones even worse. Mike Tomlin, guys, he was spotted in Cooperstown, New York.
Ooh.
Of course, the Hall of Fame of the MLB. There to support Andrew Jones. Mike, again, as Steel Loyal, I'm sure is a fan. Me as a Pirate fan, I'm not an Andrew Jones fan at all. But, of course, the great player from the Atlanta Braves.
He deserved it.
Absolutely, 100% deserved it. And Coach T there with his Andrew Jones jersey on, which was pretty cool to see. So Coach T in town in Cooperstown over the weekend supporting Andrew Jones. Cody says this, it's still like stank. It's still like that stank dick. You don't like it, but you know you want to keep smelling it.
That's a bumper sticker right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's going to be the pinned comment. We're just going to pin that. There we go. Anyone tunes
All
into
of
this
the day.
episode, I think we'll see that first thing. There we go.
That is good.
Game ball.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Tyrone, he says, yeah, we took Jones. Oh my God, even worse. I tell you what, the last 5 draft years, they don't make you feel great when you look at them. The first round picks. I mean, Kenny and Najee and Broad, and which I didn't like.
Was okay.
I like Najee. As a matter of fact,
We
until
didn't
he
really
went.
have much of a line.
he didn't have a line. He didn't have an offensive coordinator, but he managed to get 1,000 yards all 3 years. So again, I have nothing bad to say. The Kennys and the Broderick's, of course, were a disaster. But now Najee is not making his case look any better out west. Blows a firework in his eye last year. Blows his Achilles tendon. He had a lot of issues out there out west. So unfortunately for him, that's the way life is going. But I like Najee.
Right.
We
It's always
did make up
interesting.
for that Broderick Jones pick, though, because in the very next pick we made, JPJ.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then we also got Darnell, and we got Herbig in that draft. That was a really good draft. Outside of you missed on your first round pick.
Yeah, yes.
It's like, but hey, then we followed it up the following year with another good first rounder, then another good first rounder. So can't win them all.
And Mike, as you said, of course, drafting in the 20s every year for your first pick is not going to get you the top talented guys.
Yeah.
You're always going to get those teams that are going to the Browns, the Cardinals, teams like this are always going to get those kind of guys.
And when you have a lot of needs, and then you got to remember that was the first Colin Weedle pick, and they were determined to rebuild that offensive line, and that was their plan, and they stuck to it. Whether now they should have maybe went somewhere else, but at that time, Brojo coming in was seen as more or less a can't miss tackle prospect. There were concerns about JSN coming from this pass happy, Ohio State type team that was producing. Was he just another product of the system, or is he going to be good? Sort of things there. I wanted JSN, but I wasn't upset with the Brojo thing. Because you're thinking this guy developed. We got a stud left tackle, and it didn't work out.
Let's grab. Yeah, good.
I wanted to say it's always interesting to me, fellas, that when a successful player from the Steelers leaves the organization, it never gets old. They always disappear.
You're not
and
wrong.
Underperform. So we'll see what happens with Gainwell.
I mean, yeah. I mean, with the exception, well,
like Rod Woodson, Porter for a year.
But you know what? Yeah, I mean, you're not
wrong.
There's
not a whole lot of them.
Antonio Brown goes to Tampa Bay. They did well. So again, it's but for the most part, I agree with you. For the most part, I do agree. Kenny and Jones was big misses, is what Ty is saying. I agree. He says Harris was average. Follows it up by saying JPJ should have been picked 14. Shaking my head, I'm so mad. This right here is where I agree. Yinzer Joe, my thoughts exactly. He says I still give Harris credit for his 1,000 yards 3 seasons in a row as a rookie, second and third year guy under a team that didn't have an offensive line, and the offensive coordinator was mud when he was here. So again, at the end of the day, you can't take that away from what he did. Let's go here. We got lucky. JPJ fell, and you know what? Believe me, he's what I wanted that year. He's Penn State. He's Joey Porter's son. We needed a corner. I wanted JPJ bad. I'm not going to lie to you. So I was
surprised he fell. I was still surprised he fell that.
I was too. So again, very excited about that pick.
I wanted him in the first round. I wanted him at 17 because I thought there was no way in hell he was slipping all the way out of the first.
Let's look right here at Tortilla. Tortilla says as soon as Najee left our outdated weight room, his Achilles pulled a derpy. You know what? That's true. He had subpar equipment, and he got 1,000 yards all 3 seasons. He went out with all the futuristic equipment, blew his Achilles tendon.
Like Rocky 5. Rocky's out there beating up fucking tree trunks, and the Russian dude's out there with all the state of our shit. Look who won.
I would have loved Laporta.
Let's go right here. Somber says Spillane turned into a guy.
Yeah.
I liked Spillane. I liked him.
Spillane was pretty good.
He had a hard head. When you're a middle linebacker, you need to have a hard head. And he had a hard head.
He knew how to read, and he knew read the offense, and then
you're right.
Hit you hard.
Tyrone says, Dotson was good after he left. Yeah, Dotson, he's still got things going on. He's out in LA now.
Yeah.
Joe, we weren't lucky to get JPJ. Could have had Branch or Laporta instead. Mike, go ahead, Derbs.
I'd like Laporta, but I wouldn't want Branch at this point.
And as Ty is saying, Branch not even a top 10 safety in the NFL. We already got Muth, LOL. Mike, why don't you go and tell everybody about the website?
The2dumbyinzers.com. Check it out, everyone. We got this week we're going to have all new articles popping up, getting ready for training camp. We got the merch store. We got links to all of our social media over there. Check it out. Maybe you can find a new covered hat over at the2dumbyinzers.com. But now this week, I'm hoping to have a couple articles up about training camp and what to look forward to. Check it out.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do if I get the new hat. I don't know. I'm going to try to wash it first. If it messes up the bill, it makes it all wavy and goofy. I can't wear it, so it just depends. If I have to get a new hat, I don't know if to put this in the Hall of Shame, or I could give it away. I give it away in a I don't know if anybody would want it, but I could give it away in some kind of a drawing or something like this. But I have to do something. Like, again, my cum hat is it's season 10. Come on, I can't keep pissing off the cum hat.
No, you can't. You can't keep wearing the cum hat.
Can't. I won't. Let's go here to Ty. Ty says this. Yeah, but when you have a tight end, you don't draft another one. I thought that was bad common sense. My bad. Let's grab Tortilla. Laporta Potty wouldn't be shit in Tomlin's Tomlintism offense, guys. Let's get into this question of the day. This is the question of the day, and I do want to say Tyrone, awesome. I love it. Also, Aaron J did pop in, as Ty has the Rockets. Aaron J did pop in, Mike, on the comments section,
Yes.
and he had the comments as well. Always great seeing Aaron. I do know that him and his son was in town also over break. I hope that they had a great visit while they were here. Guys, question of the day. I did throw it out there. This is going to be JPJ, about JPJ. So put on your thinking caps, Derpy, Mike, everybody on the board, everybody at home. It is time. It's time to talk about JPJ and the question of the day. Here we go. Question of the day. Who has more interceptions as a Steeler, JPJ or Joey Porter Sr.? Does dad or son have more interceptions as a Steeler? Remember, JP Senior did go to Miami for quite a few years as well. Keep that in mind. Again, question of the day. Who has more interceptions as a Pittsburgh Steeler, JPJ or his dad? Take a minute to think that over. We're live 5 days a week right here, Monday through Friday, 11:30. Right now it's 12 until about 3. 3:30, 12:30 to 3:30 right now, but as we get closer to the season, that will grow. We will get back to 11:30 starts. So again, I wanted to make that clear here on the first day of season 10. So we are still doing shortly after 12 o'clock starts to about 3:30. But again, that will all change as we get closer to the season. But we will be here every day, Monday through Friday, through the whole season, guys. It's going to be a big one. Again, we hope it ends in February. Let's get back to the question of the day.
Tube.
On the tube.
I was waiting for it, man.
Well, I didn't do it. I was like, he's waiting for that too. Guys, let's go right here to Ty. Ty says, easy work. Also, Tortilla says Joey Porter Sr. Senior had more interceptions. The linebacker, of course. Also, Tyrone. Tyrone is saying Joey Porter Sr. Mike, what's your thought process here? Question of the day. Who had more interceptions with their time in Pittsburgh? Was it Joey Porter Jr., who's still here, of course, or his pops, who was a linebacker? Mike, what's your thoughts on this?
I think Pops had more interceptions, dropping back into coverage there in the old zone blitz scheme and catching some deflected passes at the line. So I'm going to go with Pops.
Well, safe. That's not bad logic. That's your final answer.
Final answer.
All right, I got to lock you in on that. Your final answer, you have Joey Porter Sr. Derpy. I'm going to come to you. Who had more interceptions in their time with Pittsburgh? Now, you got to remember, Joey's junior, I'm sorry, he's only been here for 3 years. He has 3 interceptions. Does he or his dad, who was a linebacker and then ended up going to Miami, who has more interceptions at their time in Pittsburgh? Joey Porter Jr. or his pops?
Well, on one hand, the Hall of Famer defensive coordinator.
Okay.
And the other only has
Terrell Austin.
pure talent. Terrell Austin and pure talent. So, yeah. And I feel like Joey Porter Sr. was just everywhere on that Super Bowl run a long time ago.
Sure was.
I'm going to go Joey Porter Sr.
Joey Porter Sr. Is this your final answer?
Yes.
All right, I'm locking Derpy in as well. And also Chrysophus is saying Joey Porter Sr. And Cody coming in a distant second with William Shatner, his guess, of course, on the board. Guys, question of the day is this. Who has more interceptions as their time as a Steeler? Was it Joey Porter Jr. or his pops, Joey Porter? Everybody on the board, they all agree. They're all saying senior. Also, everybody on the panel, they are all saying senior as well. Guys, I might as well not drag it out any longer. Joey Porter Sr. not only did it, but did it let me break it down like this. 3 years for JPJ, 3 interceptions. Joey Porter had 7 years in Pittsburgh. He had 10.
Ooh.
10 interceptions. But listen to this. Senior didn't have any through his first 3 years, okay? His 4th year, he got 4.
Oh, wow.
Joey
wow.
Porter Sr. had 4 interceptions his 4th year. So technically, the question is JPJ going to be able to pass his dad after 4 seasons? Listen,
No.
JPJ 1 interception each year. Senior, no interceptions first 3 years. Year 4, he has 4. Does JPJ have more, less, or the same? It should have been the question as his dad when the season, his 4th season in the NFL concludes. What do you think? What's your guess on that?
So you know what? I'm going to say the same. I'm going to say he gets one more. He gets an interception this year. He's a model of consistency.
He's been consistent. You're not lying. Derpy, what about you? Who has more interceptions as a Steeler after their 4th season? Again, Joey Porter Sr., no interceptions first 3, 4 his 4th season. Joey Porter Jr. 1 in each of his 3 seasons. Does he have more, less, or the same as his dad? Somber is saying less on the board. Derpy,
I'm gonna say less because JPJ doesn't have that same energy as his dad.
All right, Tyrone is saying more. He says he's going to get 3 this year.
And there's a lot of more ball hawks in this defense this year.
All right, so it's going to be something interesting to keep an eye on. Joey Porter Sr., 10 interceptions with Pittsburgh, went to Miami, 2 more in Miami. JPS, he had 12 interceptions in his career. JPJ still out to be determined, guys. 3 after 3 years. My man, Vegas, let's grab a couple more of these messages.
Honestly, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
I think Tortilla might actually have the game all the day.
Tortilla's tough, man. He has a lot of game balls on his trophy.
With this recent comment.
Let's grab Kevin here first. Kevin says, I'd rather trade up for Jeremiah Smith than get a quarterback in the first round. You can still get a quarterback after first round. I'm still seeing people associating us with Brendan Sorsby. I wish that would stop.
Kevin, everybody in the league wants Jeremiah Smith. So I don't think that's I think that's out of the realistic for the Steelers.
Let's go to Tortilla. Let's see what Joey. Let's see what Turpy's talking about. He says, so we owe Joey Porter Sr. $30 million. Interesting. Can we get his dad to come back and get those interceptions, perhaps? Let's go to Vegas. I got 3. Got you on that. Mark Malone. JPJ will pass him in Detroit. And again, Senior had 12 in his career. Not bad for a linebacker, guys. What do we got, Mike? Tonight into tomorrow, guys are showing up at St. Vincent College in Latrobe for Steeler training camp. It starts tonight into tomorrow. On Wednesday, it's the first official day of practice all the way through Saturday, Mike. That is the acclimation period. Then Monday comes around. It is pads. The pads will be popping. We'll be strapping them on, getting ready. That is 1 week from today. The first preseason football game, Mike, against the Packers at home is 17 days from today. And the big kickoff against the Atlanta Falcons here in Pittsburgh is 48 days. 48 days, but the pre-days away from right now. So it's here, guys. This is camp week. We couldn't be more excited. I know the board can't be more excited. This is just what we wait for all freaking year. I can't believe it. Let's go. Cody says JPJ would have had 10 interceptions by now if he didn't have nub hands. That's true. When you got nubs, it's tough. Mark Malone stopped throwing picks. JPJ, that was Ty. Tortilla says JPJ got his mom's hands. It's possible. Let's go to Tyrone. Cody, you got nub hands. Chris says who is going to have more sacks, Jalen Ramsey or Peyton Wilson? I'm going with Ramsey. You know what? I might be right there with you. Tyrone
question.
Tyrone says hands. Great show, you bastards. Yeah, go ahead, Derpy.
I was just saying that's an interesting by Christophers because they're both impactful defensively, very much. So
absolutely,
but I would still go with Ramsey though.
And it's weird because again, Ramsey, being, I like that. I like that. I like it, Chris. Let me grab a couple things here real quick as we are starting to wrap things up, guys. This is episode 1001. I hope everybody had a great last 11 days. Of course, we did miss you guys. We talked about you. We certainly couldn't wait to get back at it, get back on the grind. Let's say a few things real quick here. Surge pricing. Guys, I hate this. Did anybody see this? Now is the worst time ever. But Wendy's is considering this surge pricing raising prices during the day at different times of day, depending on strategic hours and numbers. You could go and get a cheeseburger at 2:00 in the afternoon at Wendy's for $5, and that same cheeseburger might cost you $9 if you go around 5. Surge pricing, like something I've seen over break. I think this is the most ridiculous thing ever. This is going to sink fast food faster than anything I've ever seen. Surge pricing, Mike, what the hell is this, and why would you do this?
A lot of businesses have looked into this. Oh, it's supply and demand, supply and demand. Fuck you. You guys are taking the concept of supply and demand. You're looking at it from an Econ 101 type thing and just fucking blatantly ruining it. You know that you have raised prices exponentially and people can't afford your fucking shit anymore. This is going to make it even harder for people to afford your food. I hope any place that puts this into business, I hope your business collapses and burns to the fucking ground.
So fast food's in big trouble. Derpy.
Wendy's, listen. Don't you dare separate me and Mike from our Baconator. Crazy.
I haven't had a Baconator in like 5 years, but
I love
right
the Baconator.
Right there with you.
Yeah, I just think it's stupid. Number 2, death pool, Mike. We missed out. I would have taken Lindsey Graham last week had I known. Death pool, my new death pool moving forward. I want Bill Cosby. There can't possibly be much life left in that guy, Mike. Who do you
Mitch
want?
McConnell.
Okay, Mitch McConnell, Derpy on your death pool.
Who brought that comment up earlier? Cody
is on your death pool. I'm just kidding. William Shatner. Okay.
Because in the news, I don't know if you saw this, him and his daughter actually have cancer.
No. Well, that's terrible. I don't want to finish on that note. But
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying.
Good strategy. Taking a guy with cancer is always a good strategy.
Good call. Good scouting report.
Let's go here. Let's go to Cody. Cody says, watching Joey Porter Jr. catch a ball is like what I experience when I throw the ball with my 4-year-old son. I know the feeling. I'm laughing with you. Believe me. Vegas says, my closest Wednesday is closed to me, or my closest Wendy's is closed, which again, follow. And I hate this because I love fast food, but watch fast food. It's going down and I don't like this at all. Sahara and Cinnamon. Vegas says, let's grab Somber right here. Somber says fast food is already too expensive for what it is. It's just going to push people to get healthier. Maybe it's a good thing in the long run. I agree with you, but I hate it because I do love fast food. Try Wendy's Seaman Hat Burger. Tortilla. Let's throw the game ball to Tortilla today for the first day back. Vegas says lots of food trucks around now with lots of really good food from the few I've tried. I like food trucks as well. Tyrone says, try Taco Bell. It's one of my favorites as well, my man. Let's go here. Somber says, too many people on the planet that can't run a 40 without falling over from exhaustion. Not wrong.
Looking at you, Derpy.
Looking at you, Derpy. Vegas says, Dick Van Dyke can't have much longer. You're right. And I was surprised to even hear that Dick Van Dyke was still alive. Mark Malone, I stopped eating fast food. It all sucked around here, even when it was cheap Chinese food. And I love Chinese as well, especially the Chinese buffet. So we did get that, Mike. Also, I do have a couple more things I want to say. Pittsburgh Pirates, they are 54-52. They start a series today, a 3-game set at home against the Arizona Diamondbacks. We'll be hosting the D-backs today, 6:40, game 1 of 3. The Buccos are still 1 game out of the wild card spot. Also, I do want to say, yes, Derpy.
Pirates need some bullpen arms, but I think you guys are in good shape.
We had a really good series against you guys. Unfortunately, we didn't get to talk about that. Pirates are, again, bullpen help. This team is a lot better. They're built for the playoffs. Their starting rotation and their league-leading hitting. Let's fix this bullpen at the deadline. Maybe we could get a playoff run in here. Hopefully, we'll see. It's the Buccos. You never know. I eat so much fast food, my stomach acid is flammable, Tortilla is saying. Tyrone says, but you know what? This one here's a good one too, Derpy. Tyrone says this. He says, now I see why Mark is always grumpy. He has no more fast food in his life. I get that. That really rings home to me. That truly does. Vegas says, Dick was old when I was a kid. Now I'm 53. Let's go here to Mark Malone. Getting shitty food made me grumpy. Ty. Guys, a few things before we do wrap it up. There's a lot of football, a lot of Steelers, a lot of camp. And you know what? When there's football going on, guys, it's no better time to drink beer. Listen, and my thanks to Mike, actually, my beer can pyramid actually grew. Mike did some drinking over the weekend, and I took the cans he used, actually, and we went up another layer. Guys, Duquesne Pilsner now available in 6-packs at Giant Eagle and 6 and 12 packs, actually, in wherever cases are sold. The people at Duquesne Pilsner always do good by us, so we try to do the same for them. stop and get yourself some Duquesne Pilsner for the big games coming up. Maybe you're not a big drinker. That's fine. You can still help them out. Swing over, check out their social media, hit the follow, hit the like. All that stuff will help them out. We always have Duquesne Pilsner here on tap. It's a studio, Mike, made right here in Pittsburgh. It says on the can, grab a Duke.
Grab a Duke.
Also, I do want to
Grab a
say this. I want to say, guys, you can also checking them out online. You can check us out on social media as well. You can find us at Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, even TikTok. Swing by, hit the follow button, keep up with what's going on with the two dumb Yinzers on a day-to-day basis. And finally, if you hadn't had a chance yet today, do hit the like button down below. Hit the like, the sub, the share, even leave a comment. It all helps us, guys, in getting caught up with that pesky algorithm. It's tough to do, so we do appreciate all the help there. It's free. It costs absolutely nothing. You might as well do it, guys. Again, with the Steelers coming this week, starting camp next this week in games right around the corner. Why not, guys? We will be talking Steelers all season long and all off season long, guys. Is 100% free. Go ahead and hit the button. Why not? Mike, your thoughts today's show?
Great to be back. Great to be back. I'm happy we picked up right where we left off the Joey Porter Jr. discussion. It seems like, Joey's carrying us to the regular season like he's carried that secondary for the past 4 years. But no, it's great, man. I'm excited. Training camp, starts tomorrow. Football season's right around the corner, boys. One more week, guys will be in pads.
And Derby, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I just can't wait, man. It's almost here.
It is almost here, baby. And Derby, again, listen, I'm not putting pressure. I know you have things to do during the day, but as you continue, we'll continue your segment. So, if you have to miss days, but we will
100%.
continue on it when you're available. So I want to thank you for the great work. I know you've been talking about this and getting a hold of me and talking about doing this particular segment. So I want to thank you for that, putting your hard work in as always. I do want to say great job on your shows also with Nerd Show. I didn't watch it last night, but I watched last week, guys. You're doing a lot of good stuff. You and Chris and Relic, do check them out here on the channel as well. We grab a couple more messages here. Finally, Vegas is saying going up one level per year. Also, Kevin says this Porter Sr. does, talking about the question of the day, I think. And Vegas says this, you guys see the 4-year-old that switch hits. He threw out the first pitch for the Brewers recently. Waylon, something I have not seen that, but good for him. Shit, right?
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I do want to say this before we do take off for the day. I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out and checking us out. We appreciate each and every one of you. We truly, honestly do. We wouldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you, everybody on the board. The board always keeps things interesting here, and you are the lifeblood of this show. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much to every single person that does contribute on the board, and as well, everybody that's at home watching, listening, maybe in the car, at the gym, at work, whatever the case may be. Thank you too, guys. You guys are the ones that keep this going. It truly is, honestly, you, and we couldn't be more thankful. Thank you for everything, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time to do it all over again as the guys start showing up tonight into tomorrow. So, guys, the new conversations, they are going to become newer and crisper and fresh, Mike, as it's no longer rumors, speculations, and questions. Now we're going to get answers. Now we're going to the tires hitting the road, so to speak. So very exciting stuff here with our Steelers moving forward over this next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, preseason, regular season. Guys, maybe a good season, I'm hoping. Mike?
This should be a damn good season. We had the building blocks in place. We had a good season last year. Hopefully, the changes is what we needed to get us over the hump. We saw what happened with the Penguins last year. Got rid of the coach. They made a big leap. Maybe for us, we're already a playoff team. That big leap can be a championship run.
Just going back to the question real quick, what Vegas says, I want that 4-year-old on my can we bring him in the pitch in the bullpen, I wonder, for the Pirates?
Right?
Let's go right here. He's been the talk of the offseason. Vegas says this. He plays in the Garage Baseball League with his dad. Mark also says this. Mark says, need to get him traded before Wednesday. Somber. We finally made it, baby. That's right. You know what, Somber, and I thank you, sir. I know Somber, thank you. That's all I want to say. Thank you, Somber. You've been here for us and with us in support of us the whole time. Thank you, as everyone else. Tyrone, peace, my friend. Here we go, baby. That's right, Tortilla. We get Drew Aller before GTA 6.
Mike.
That is interesting. That's a good point as well, Tortilla. You do got the game ball. You can stop now. Just kidding. Let's go right here to Mark Malone. Hope that 4-year-old doesn't end up at Penn State.
Oh, damn. Kind of mad I didn't think of that one.
Looks like we made it, Vegas. It looks like we made it, everybody, guys. Again, thank you so much. We couldn't have done what we do without you. You make it all worth it, and we hope to be able to do the same for you guys. Thank you so much. Chris says, see you guys at Sharks tomorrow. Yes. I tell you what, Chris, do me a favor. Just email me. Just email us here. Mike, tell them what the email address is.
I'll pop it in the chat.
Or you could just go right to the website, hit the email address there, email us, and I'll give you our number, and then we'll be able to communicate more clearly that way. So Mike's going to throw up the email address on the board. And if, again, you need to, just go to the website. You could find it right there. I just wanted to try to make it easy for him as possible. There it is, TWO. Dumb Yinzers, and that's why I didn't want to try to explain everything. The beginning is not the number 2; it is TWO Dumb Yinzers at Gmail. So just email me, Chris, and like I said, I'll give you my number, and we'll keep in touch that way. But other than this, guys, I want to say thank you so much. We'll be back at our regular time to do it all over again. Pirates at it tonight, Mike. Arizona Diamondbacks. Steelers on their way to St. Vincent College in Latrobe, along with Chris.
Here we go.
We have a lot going on, guys. Chris says I'll be the guy eating the shrimp cocktails. I love it, my friend. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I hope everybody has a good Monday. So much going on as the anticipation. One football is done, Mike, and the other football is getting ready to start. And this is the football I'm waiting for.
I can't wait. I just glad we had all these sports to get me through to here.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so much more, guys. I have big things planned this week. I stuff I've been working on, stuff I'm still waiting. Believe me, you're going to like it. Dude, join us back here tomorrow to get back into it at our regular time. Speaking now, forever hold your peace. I'm going to go around the horn. Mike, anything? All right, Derpy, anything?
Don't be a Tony Romo. Be good.
There you go. Let me say right here, Vegas has Sharks in Pittsburgh. When we had the Shark Tank as our coach, Vegas had several Shark-themed name bars. Okay, cool. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time. We hope everybody has a safe Monday. Keep cool wherever you may be. I know it's hot out there, but we do have the Steelers right at the doorstep, guys. So you know what? It's all right here. Hand-John also, I do want to say what's up to Hand-John. I don't want to miss him as he did hop in at the last moment. Day 33 of the strike here. My God, I hope that starts getting better for you, sir. But great seeing you as always, Hand-John. Welcome back, my man. We'll be back tomorrow to get into the Steeler camp, the arrivals, St. Vincent College, Westmoreland County, so much more.
It's here.
For everybody here at the Two Dumb Yinzers show, for Derpy, for Finch, for RB, for Chop, for Mike, myself, everybody, have a great Monday. Vegas, walk like a Tarkanian. He says, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Peace, love, peace and love, peace and love. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.